Hello, and welcome to episode 28 of the Rogue Hunters podcast. We're going to have some episodes. Not episodes. What am I talking about? We're going to be talking about E3 today. All links down below, including our socials. And as always, I'm co-hosting with the Snickle.
Hello?
And the Brian.
That's me.
So, I guess we'll hop into what we've been playing, what y'all been playing. Let's start with you, Snickle.
Me?
Man, he skipped like a whole section.
What you mean?
Yo, it's fine. He doing his thing, you know? He chilling.
I talked about the topics. I said all our socials are down below, and I said all the links are down below.
He not wrong. He not wrong.
I said the episode number. I said all of it. What did I skip?
Nothing. I just wanted to piss you off.
Someone gotta find a link for E3, so we got an article to go to.
No
We'll
links.
Yeah.
No, we'll find it.
They should have watched it.
Well, listen, okay?
Honestly, after this
Sometimes-
E3, I might not watch E3 anymore.
Listen, okay, sometimes you just don't have the time, and I just didn't have the time. I'm also glad I didn't watch it, because I heard it was a fucking nightmare. I haven't watched anything from it, except, like, whatever Sony uploads on their social medias, or PlayStation.
Well, Wapes had an amazing idea for one of them, and I'll mention it when we get to that one.
Okay, fair enough. You want to know what I've been playing, though?
Yeah, what
Yeah.
you been playing?
Well, not too much, honestly, but over the weekend I played a little bit more of MLB 18 The Show. I know I was talking about it last week with Brian about one of that stupid trophy where you have to get called up to the MLB where in the manager's office.
Mm-hmm.
I think I basically set my game up to get that trophy for me, so I'm just still playing. I'm in AAA right now, so I'll be getting the call up probably soon because I think I'm only like 20 games into the AAA season, and I already have like 40 home runs, so it's going pretty good.
Nice.
But yeah, I played that this weekend. I want to finish that up sometime soon. I also played with the waiver Need for Speed Shift. We got all the multiplayer done in Shift because one of the trophies, the DLC has like an online trophy. It was actually unobtainable for a little bit. People were saying you couldn't connect to each other, but it's fixed. So we did that. And then I was doing some of the single player because I was just bored. Maybe for like an hour, but yeah, we did Shift. Did I start this before last pod? No, I guess I didn't. Did I? I don't fucking know. I started playing, and I'm continuing to play Operation 7 Showdown, which is the game that is going down in August. I did Operation 7 Revolution back in 2019, before their servers went down. So I'm doing the Operation 7 games, right before the servers go down, because that's the best time to play them, because they're really fucking bad. But I'm getting pretty close to getting it done. I've been having a few issues with, Cats and I have only boosted it for 2 nights. The first night we boosted it, we were fine. We tried to boost it last night, and it was not fine for a little bit, and then it turned out to be fine, and then it went back to not being fine. So the game is just fucking weird.
Like what, you just couldn't find each other or something?
So that was part of the problem, is that like we were not finding each other, but like there was weird shit that was happening where like if I was searching and Cats was searching, like it would literally like limit, like max out the timer. Like typically what will happen in the game is like you search for a map, and if you find like a lobby with that map, you obviously join it. But if there's no lobby with that map, you'll get thrown into an empty lobby. Like it was just basically like maxing out like the time, and then it would say like I don't even know. It said like no game found or something like that. It was like the weirdest thing. And then like we kept having to like close the app and then reopen it, and when you did that, then it would like find like we were finding each other, which was nice. But the other problem we were having was we were like running into a bunch of random people because I just don't know why. I don't know why. This always blows my mind. I've been saying this for years, and I know what the response is going to be, the meme response. But like, I don't understand why people play these fucking games, dude. Like it, this game is a piece of shit. Like
someone's favorite game.
I knew you were gonna say that. That's the response. That's someone's favorite game. I just don't know who's coming home from work or like, you know, going to work my job at Pizza Hut, and you're like, man, I can't wait to get home to play some Operation 7 Showdown with the boys tonight. Like, who the fuck is saying that? Like,
well, technically you are, because you're getting off work and going home and playing Operation 7 with cats.
well, I'm not thinking about it at work. It's kind of like I get home and I'm like, hey, cats, you want to get some trophies? Like, these people are legitimately trying to play the game for fun. Like, stop, please. Just please stop. But, there's 2 game modes. So there's a game mode called Destruction, which you have to, like, destroy an objective. You basically have to destroy a generator that's running a missile. So that's pretty cool. And then there's the other game mode is just like team deathmatch. So we've been trying to boost the destruction lobby because you have to do 300,000 damage to like the target, which is the generator. And you do, if you're doing it on, there's one map that has 2 targets and the other ones have 1. But basically one generator is like approximately around like 8,000. You can do 8,000 damage to one generator. So you just, if you do some math there's a lot of matches that you have to do to get that done. It's like 40 matches or something to get it done, I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me on that, but it's roughly around there. So like that's kind of annoying. And then you also have to do 100,000 damage to enemies, and you have to get, I think it's combined, if you combine all the kills that you have to get, it's only around 500 kills. Which isn't awful, but yeah, it's a process. But you also have to win 100 matches, so that's going to take its time. But yeah, we were running into random people, then we couldn't find each other, then we found each other for a little bit in deathmatch, and we were working on some stuff, and then we couldn't find each other anymore, so we gave up. So yeah, we'll get back to it at some point, but that's a shitter. And then most of my time, because I want to finish it up before I, you know, dig full time into the PS3, I've been playing the Assassin's Creed Valhalla Wrath of the Druids DLC, which is, you know, just so much fun.
Doesn't sound like it.
I mean, it's more of like the same shit that you get in the base game, except like scaled down. So collectathon, running around the map collecting things, you know, stupid fucking story that makes no sense. You know, list of Order of the Ancients that you have to kill all of them because, you know, why else wouldn't you have to do that? So it's basically the main trophy list, but, you know, broken down into something a little smaller. And then they recently put out the mastery challenges. I'm not too sure what those consist of, but I'll probably try to knock those out before I put the game down. But I know that there were some announcements that there's going to be no new AC game this year, which I already kind of assumed, and that they're going to be supporting this game for at least the next year, which again I kind of already knew they were going to do. So I'm just hoping they don't put trophies into it.
One more year of Valhalla. Everybody's going to love that.
Well, Brian made a comment the other day of like, it'll be the first AC game to break 100 trophies, and I was like, please. In my mind, I'm like, please no. Like, I already went through this with Odyssey, and I don't want to go through it again.
Odyssey got
Search
close.
up feelings.
I know, and it blew my mind too. Like before Odyssey started like throwing out all those trophies, I was like, Origins has to be the game with the most DLC, like the most trophies. I don't think it. Maybe it is. I thought.
No, I think Odyssey is.
No, but like before Odyssey started throwing them out,
Oh,
I guess
yeah,
it's 68.
you're right.
Yeah, so I guess it is. But I was looking back at some of the old ones, and I was like, what do they have total wise? I think most of them have like. Oh no, Revelations has 70. So yeah, Revelations had more trophies than Origins.
Oh shit!
But Odyssey had that weird the additional feats thing.
Mm-hmm.
See, it is weird when you think about it, but I actually thought that was like kind of cool. Like I've never seen that in a game, and like you wouldn't be able to tell now, but like the way they implemented that was so cool.
I mean, it was cool how they did it, but I don't know. It was. I remember being like disturbed by it at the time because I would look at my list and it would say I would have the platinum, but I wouldn't have the 100%
Well,
because
yeah.
I had to wait the entire year to basically get the 100%.
Well, yeah, and like you had to do that with the episodes, but like it was like I thought the additional feats was kind of cool because they like it's the only time that I've ever seen a game like put trophies in something and they're just like placeholders for the time being. Like even like Killing Floor 2, like they don't do that. They just add the DLC trophy into the pack. So it was interesting, but I did not like how they did like episodes for the DLCs. That shit pissed me off. That game in general just pissed me off, but you know, it's over now. Hopefully. But yeah, it's
Are you
basically
enjoying your return to Valhalla?
I mean, I didn't mind it at first, and I still don't mind it, but tonight I ended up finishing up like cleaning the map up, basically doing everything other than like a few things because I'm probably gonna end up making videos for them. But I've progressed far enough in the story now where you know they're not called Order of the Ancients. I don't fucking. They're called the Children of Danu. I think is how you pronounce it. I don't know.
It's basically the Order of the Ancients, right?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
There's I think there's 10 of them, if I'm not mistaken. So it's really not a lot, but I'm hoping you have to like I just played the mission. You have to like they want you to like collect clues and then basically be like Blue's Clues and go around the map and find shit. I'm gonna just look up a guide and then see if they just show the location and then I'm just gonna kill them. So I'm not doing all that Blue's Clues ass running around this map looking for things when I've already done that. So yeah.
That's what I did in Odyssey. I just watched the guide and found the people and killed them.
Yeah, I think you'll be able to do it, and if that's the case, I don't know, I'm gonna do it either way. So, but I'm just,
All right.
I just, I don't know. I'm enjoying it, but at the same time, it is just more of the same. But like, I do want to get it done because I could just wait for all the DLC to come out, but I don't want to do that because then I'll end up playing the game for whatever 50 more hours compared to breaking it up chunk by chunk.
Right.
But it's a process. But I'm hoping to finish up Valhalla in the next few days, along with the show, hopefully by the next podcast, and then I'm gonna be focusing strictly on PS3, which we'll get to in a little bit. The reason why, but yeah, that's all.
Sounds
I've
like
been
you
playing.
did. Sounds like you did some good progress, Nickel.
I mean, yeah, I guess. I honestly didn't play too much. Most of it's been boosting, so
I mean, progress
It's still
is progress.
yeah. The rest is me running around in Valhalla, just
Making
defaulting
no
the map.
progress.
Everyone loves doing that, right?
Yeah.
But,
Assassin's Creed Valhalla was like the definition of doing lots of things but feeling like you're doing nothing.
Yeah.
It's weird because like when you start, you feel like you're making. It's this weird thing of like you start doing it, you start exploring, and you're like, hell yeah, I'm exploring, like I'm making progress, and then you get to this, you kind of hit this wall where you're like, holy fuck, like I haven't even put a dent in this, and then like when when you finally like figure out like, but it's like too late, you're like, I'm done, kind of. It's like the weirdest feeling of like collecting ever. And
Yeah, no.
I don't know if it's because of the way the map defogs or the fact that like it doesn't show you what you're going to collect. You know how it just shows like the orbs?
Yeah.
I don't know if that has like a factor of like you don't feel like you're making progress, or like that they have like, I don't know if like Origins and Odyssey, I can't remember off the top of my head if they had like the little thing in the corner that tells you like how many you've collected out of like how many are total. But like, I feel like when you show that sometimes it makes it feel like it's going longer than it does, just because like of the small progression that you're making each time.
The only thing I remember a lot from Valhalla was I would try to get some like one of those orbs in the area, but it was locked behind story and I didn't know, so I would just run around a building wasting my time until I finally looked it up.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of annoying, but like it also kind of makes sense to like do the exploring last, which I fucking hate because I like doing the exploring first, not last. But I actually like wrote a how to platinum script for the game, and like the way that I would suggest to play through the game is like literally explore the area that like you've committed yourself to, because you know how you have the arcs.
Right.
Like if you have an arc for an area, like that's when like do the arc and then explore the area, or like do the arc and then explore it after. Like because of that reason that Wave said, because sometimes you'll like do something and you won't be able to get to an area, or the worst thing is like when you go somewhere and like you have to go, you see like a wall that you can blow up, but you don't know where like the bomb is to blow it up, and you're like, well, now I gotta run around for 10 minutes looking for a fucking bomb to blow this wall up.
Yeah, I forgot about this.
Yeah, I've run into that so many times in the DLC. I'm just like, this is so fucking irritating. Like, can we just put the bomb like next to it, or like, and they try to be tricky too. Like when they do the locked doors, they're like, hey, you can't get the door's locked. You can't get in here, and you got to go searching around for like a little tiny opening that you can shoot your arrow through to unlock the door. It's just like, it's almost like useless gameplay, useless puzzle solving.
Which is most Ubisoft games.
Yeah. You already know how to solve the puzzle, just now we're going to make you waste 10 minutes to figure out how to actually do it. And it's like, okay, cool. But yeah, that's all I've been playing. Hopefully focusing more on PS3 in the upcoming weeks, but, you know, only time will tell. But what have you been playing, Brian?
Oh, well, after the podcast last week, we sat down. I think you were boosting the cats after. We're just talking. We're going through the fucking threads on PSMP and how some people are. And I came across the Mortal Kombat X one, and Invasions were back online. And the first words out of my mouth were, should I do this again?
And I said, you're darn right, you should.
Pretty much. And so I was like, you know what? I'll sleep on it. It was 3 a.m. So I woke up Friday morning, and I installed Mortal Kombat, and I got all the invasion stuff done. So anything that's can be locked out for me is done. I'm gonna have to borrow Snickle and Waves for some multiplayer, but that shouldn't be too bad. I played a little bit more of Knockout City. Got 2 more trophies in it.
Nice.
I played a little bit of the DLC for Horizon Zero Dawn. I was kind of busy this week with Ratchet and Clank: A Rift Apart. I got me to platinum in that.
Nice.
Pretty much that's all I've been playing.
I mean, I feel like this is something we could talk about in depth at another day, but you bringing up the whole forum post thing, like, yeah, that's one of the things that I love about PSNP. Like, don't get me wrong, the information like that, where people just are able to, like, in the snap of a finger, tell you if something is working again or not, when like it's not even a thought on your brain, is like is wonderful. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
It's all the other bullshit that's on there that pisses me off.
Oh yeah, we dealt with that last week.
Like,
you know,
yeah.
I just remember when me and you first did the Evasion Boss. We had it. The Evasion Boss was hard, but he wasn't that bad because he was fucking slow.
Yeah.
This time I had fucking Katana, who just whooped my ass all the time. And I think when I did the Evasion Boss the first time, it only took me 3 hours. This time it took me close to 5 to get the 1,000 hits.
I'm gonna have to look at mine, because I remember doing it, and I don't remember how long it took me. But
you had a little bit of trouble at first, I remember.
Yeah, I think I put it down for. Yeah, I put it down. Whoa, wait. So I played an invasion boss fight in October, and then I got the 1,000 hits in November. I got it like over a week later.
No.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, I remember. I think I put it down. I don't fucking know, but I remember it being kind of a pain in the ass. Like, and I think it was mainly because I don't even know why. I think it was because I was so focused on trying to like beat the boss, like the invasion boss, when like that's not what you're supposed to be doing anyway. Like, you're gonna get your ass kicked. Like, no doubt about it. Like, you're getting your ass kicked. So
Right.
Well, I mean,
But
that's good to get that done.
It's
though.
done. Yeah, it's done. I was happy. Now I just gotta do the online boost shit, and I played on this game. I played on this game before, so I know I can do it again.
Yeah, the thousand ranked rating or whatever the hell it's called.
Yeah,
Probably should have jumped on it when it was open again, but
I told you.
Hey, just listen, Waves. You just got to keep your eye out, I guess.
it'll come back eventually.
Yeah, eventually, maybe like a year later. It's just it sucks because the form, like PSNP, and like this is one thing I wish that they could figure out how to fix, but I don't know how they would do it. But like they need to have a forum post for like basically a personal forum post and then something for like game updates, and they need a way to be able to like filter it so that things like Mortal Kombat, like when that came back, it'll be at like the top of the list, because like if it comes back and it's a discussion and then like, you know, you don't get on for like a few hours after that discussion's happened, like it's not in the recent forum posts anymore. So it's almost like it's lost.
Right. Well, I had to look at the trophy guide because I was trying to remember the combo for Raiden to do so you get like that like 6-hit combo, you know?
Yeah.
And people are like, I done like 10,000 damage and the trophy hasn't popped. And I'm like, you have to hit the opponent, not just damage them.
Yeah, I mean,
and you gotta break the shield first of the guy, and then your hits will count. And I'm like, well, I did like 17,000 damage. Like, that's not how this works.
Yeah. Now that you mention it, I think that was my problem. I wasn't breaking the shield.
Right.
I think I was getting the hits, but I wasn't breaking the shield, so it didn't actually count, or something, something like that. I do remember that. Now that you say it, I do remember that.
Yeah. Yeah. So you got 4 invasion trophies. Play an invasion boss fight. Deal 1,000 total hits during invasion boss fights. Complete an invasion tower, and then win an invasion one-on-one fight, and that is random. And somebody's like, "Oh, you gotta do it during the living tower." I'm like, I don't remember doing a living tower. And then I just went to like a one-on-one fight, and he popped up on like the second try. I'm like, oh, there he goes.
Yeah, I remember that one being that one is definitely like random. The other thing we'll have to do when we're doing the ranked match is there's a trophy where you need to beat someone in a ranked match. Without getting more than a 4-hit combo with Bo Ray Cho.
Yeah, we'll do that.
And then there's another one that I didn't get that I think you can do, but it's to flip stance 10 times with a Combat Pack 2 character during a fatality sequence in an online match.
Oh, okay. Well,
So
we'll get that.
It's not in a ranked match, it's just in an online match, but we could do both of those, because I only got the ranked match one, but...
I remember I helped you get the rank trophies, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And then I didn't have the patience, so I just did it legit, or somewhat legit. I remember pissing people off because I used Sub-Zero and I just kept freezing them. And I had to, on my last fight, I had one guy yelling at me, "You need to play the fucking game right, blah, blah, blah." I'm like, well, this is my last match, I just got my trophy. You damn trophy hunters! And I got all pissed. I'm like, see you in Mortal Kombat 11. I just walked off.
See you later. Nah, I mean, they're yeah, I remember we did like boost it, and then I think I might have gotten on to help you like a little bit, but then by the time I got back on the next day after work, you were like, I already got the thing done. And I was like, what? Huh? But that's good though.
Yeah, I didn't joke when I did Mortal Kombat the first time. I just fucking grinded that shit for like a week and got it done.
Yeah, and then MK11's easy. It doesn't have like anything.
Yeah.
But
I remember Horizon...
I remember being one of the last ones to get done. All of us being one of the last ones to get done MK9.
Yeah.
That was a shit
That was a fun
show.
Holy
Literally
crap!
last minute.
So like
last hour, yeah.
So this is who it was. It was Katz got done. He's the 6th most recent person to get it done. And
Okay.
then Brian was 12, Waves was 13, I was 14. So
I remember being up to like 2 a.m., 2, 3 a.m. with you guys getting that shit. Like, no, we gotta get this shit done.
yeah, we were getting it done.
And then we
No
went to
doubt.
bed, and then we wake up the next morning, the fucking servers are down. Like, holy shit.
Hey, that's the way you
You got
gotta do it,
lucky.
right?
For sure.
That was a good time.
But I won't ask about Ratchet because you and Waves can have your discussion when it's Waves' turn. But I mean,
Alright.
but how's Horizon going? What kind of progress? You
Good.
making?
I'm just working through the story of the DLC right now.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna get through that. That's my main focus right now. And then I'll just do the new Game Plus this weekend probably and get it out. And that game is off my list.
Very nice.
And then I don't know what I'm going to do next after that. I'm not sure if I want to do Middle Earth or just play some baseball.
Hey, we were having a discussion the other night. We about to all do the ABC order.
Oh, yeah. I don't remember agreeing to that, but okay.
Yeah, because I'm doing the ABC order only on PS3 games. I'm doing it a weird way where I'm doing the games that are on my list currently ABC that are PS3, and then I'm gonna go back and do all my other PS3 games ABC. And then
I
Brian
thought you
was
were
like,
gonna focus on the Need for Speed since the autolog thing might be connected to the online.
well, yeah. So my goal is there's a few games that I want to do before I start the ABC, and
Mhm.
3 of them are the Need for Speed games that I have left. One,
Okay.
and then I was gonna do SOCOM 4 just because it's been like forever, and then I want to focus on 2 other ones which we'll talk about later because they're tied to something.
Mhm.
But then after that, I want to go down ABC unless more games get their servers shut off. That's my goal. But I brought it up to like Brian and Waves the other night, and Brian was like, "Yeah," and then he looked at his list, and the first fucking game to do is Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
You know, I think I'm going to go through Z through A.
I mean, fair
I was
enough.
gonna say
I
Zombie
guess.
Armor Trilogy, but I don't think that's on your list.
No, Wreckfest
It's
will be the first
Wreckfest.
one.
That's not bad. You could do Z through A. That would work.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be Wreckfest, Tide, then Tomb Raider Legend.
There you go. And then Sackboy and Returnal, and then
Oh.
RE8. I mean, RE7. Like, that's some good stuff there.
And then RE5? Or no, 6. My bad.
Yeah, we have to finish RE6 multiplayer. I don't know when that's
Then
gonna
I also
happen,
thought about the ABC, and I'm like, you know what? I could do one game off that list, and then do like a game off the list of all the games I want to play, and then go back to the ABC list. I don't know what the fuck, how I want to do this shit.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I know it's a lot to like stomach playing through the whole thing of Valhalla, but like maybe if you put like half a week or a week into it and then put it down, you know what I mean? Just to like chip away
Yeah.
at some of it.
That's what I've been thinking. I think I'm just gonna re-download it and just get it out of my fucking life for now.
I mean, fair enough. Or like even just, play a little bit. Because I know you and Waves are in the same boat of just like vomiting every time you play it. And like that's a fair enough reaction to have.
I want to play another different Assassin's Creed games, but I kind of want to get the one I have on my list done first.
Well, if I do the alphabetical thing, I'm gonna have to play through a shit ton of Assassin's Creed.
Hell
You
yeah.
can do it, Waves.
Hold on, I gotta go. Matter of fact, I gotta go look at that now.
Right?
No, let's
I
not
have
do
yet
that.
to look at
Oh
Waves'
yeah,
shit.
hell yeah. AC3. That's what I like to see.
Alphabetical.
I mean, to be fair, Waves, you have a lot done.
Yeah.
Like you actually have a lot of Assassin's Creed done. You have Brotherhood on the PS3, you have 2. You have 3 is a pain in the ass, but like it's really not that bad. Like you have
I think 3 would always stop me was the almanac thing.
Mhm.
yeah, the almanac thing.
The Encyclopedia of the Common Man.
Yeah,
Yeah, because that one's like stupid, isn't it? Where like
It's really not as hard as like people make it out to be. I think it's one of those trophies that like so many idiots complained about it that like people think like it's the hardest thing like to do, and it's really like not too bad.
I think for me, like, it was just annoying because I would like run around the entire fucking homestead, and I would never see anyone to where I had to like press L1 on. But I mean, I do plan to go back to that one actually pretty soon.
Well, I mean, all you have to do for that is you just have to make sure you have all of the people there, which is like part of the issue, because I think one of the people that you have to get is like out in the, what do they call like the big open area? I can't think of the name of it.
Oh, like in the forest?
Frontier.
Yeah, the frontier.
Yeah.
I think there's like one or like a few that are like in the frontier that you have to like find or something. So I would just like, if you go back to that and like you're worrying about that, I wouldn't worry about it. There's got to be enough information, and like I remember going for it and it like not really being a pain, because I remember thinking the same thing, like I'm going to all these people but I'm not getting it. And then there was like one that I was missing that was just like stupid. So but I mean, you have like,
you're right though. I have like a good amount of Assassin's Creed games.
yeah, you have one. I mean, you have 2 done, Brotherhood, Liberation on the Vita, 4 done, Odyssey done, Origins done, Revelations you have platinum. You just have to do the DLC.
Yeah, which I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find people for that one.
I can help, but like you, Rogue, like unless you're talking about like the new trilogy, like the old ones really weren't that bad from like a time perspective. Like you were talking maybe 40 hours, 50 hours maybe.
Well, I just know, what is it? Revelations, the DLC for that one. Like, there's the one that requires, like, what, 12 people, something like that.
Is it?
I think Katz was telling me about it one time.
Maybe to start the lobby? I wouldn't think so, considering how high the rarity is on them. I would think it may be like 6. But I don't know. Oh shit. Oh shit, there's 2, that's why. There's a character and then there's a multiplayer pack. I don't know. I mean, I did them all legit, but like I don't remember. I don't think you would need more than 6 people.
I probably would have done it legit back then, but I didn't own the map pack, so.
Well, yeah, those were the struggle days. I don't even know how I got them back in the day, honestly.
In Origins, I would have the DLC. I mean, I would have the platinum, but I kind of fucked up with one trophy.
Which one?
The one where you have to sell like over 100 stuff or something like that.
Oh well, when you're exploring the map, just don't sell anything then.
Yeah, I already explored the entire map because I didn't know that was a trophy.
Well,
so I was just selling stuff over. So I just need to go through the DLC, grab all the fucking shit there.
Yeah, just do that. That's a good idea.
And then sell.
Wait! You've done the exploration trophy?
Yeah, I think so.
What's that? I don't even know what that trophy's called. I think that's the one I needed for my platinum. I don't know. It's called, isn't it like complete all locations?
Something like that.
Oh yeah, you have it. Old habits, complete all locations. I mean, that takes the longest, but Revelations has that stupid ass first person DLC too.
Yeah, which I own, I think.
Hey man, like if you do the ABC waves, like you don't have to do like all the Assassin's Creed back to back, but I see you got a Zora's Wrath down here looking kind of tasty.
Hell yeah. Then Batman Arkham City.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna skip Battlefield 3.
Bayonetta on the 4. Biocock. Dang, you got some.
I was gonna do. Yeah, I got some shit.
You got some good shit. Wait. Hold on. Weren't we on? Is that all you've been playing, Brian?
Yes.
Is that all, Brian?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's everything I've been playing. What about you, Waves?
I'll throw it back to me. I actually have 3 platinums that I got since the last time I was on the podcast. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it
since I
has
wasn't
been-
here last week.
Right. It has been 2 weeks. I forgot. Yeah.
Yeah,
Damn.
I got The Last of Us 1 Platinum, the remastered edition.
Congrats.
Nice.
Jedi Fallen Order on the PS5.
Congrats.
And you didn't do the
Yeah.
auto pop, right?
I didn't even know you could auto pop until after I got the platinum.
Well,
So
I'm glad you didn't do the auto pop because
that game was buggy as fuck. Like I remember it being buggy on the 4 for me, but I felt like it was buggier on the 5.
yeah,
Probably.
it should have just stayed on the 4.
Well, I mean, it has benefits on the 5. I remember on the 4, when you would go back and get all the collecties,
Mm-hmm.
I would sometimes run faster than the world was loading. So then I would fall through the floor and stuff. On the 5, I never had that issue at all. So there's that at least. But the weirdest issue I had with the 5 version was if for any reason you pressed the middle button to go to like the X and B area or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
you could not open boxes that you had to slice.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know if that's an issue everybody had, but that's an issue I had.
That's weird.
So yeah, I have a bunch of videos also, Snickle, if you ever do shit that happens in video games thing.
Yeah, I've been surprisingly. I mean, I do always record when I play, but surprisingly, I have not been running into as many glitches as I used to run into in games. But I did take those pictures tonight of that man riding that horse, fucking weird. And I put him in the server. Dude, that I don't know what happened there. That show was kind of wild, but you know.
I think while I was playing Jedi Fallen Order, I like tweeted out a bunch of
Videos.
Yeah.
videos, yeah. Where is it?
I just don't know why that game. I don't know why that game got a PS5 release, but like fair enough. But at the same time, I also am not a fan of the auto popping that happens because it literally. Do you see the platinum percentage on the game?
It's like a 50 something, isn't it?
It's like it's 56% because people are just auto popping it, and it also doesn't have. It had regions on the PS4, and it doesn't have regions on the PS5. So like, I don't know what the hell is happening.
Yeah, I don't even know why that game needs like a cross save feature. Like just don't let people bring their saves over.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, but like, what if you had a situation where like you were playing the game on the Vita and then you wanted to play it on the PS4 or PS3?
See, I get that. I get it when it's like Vita to PS4 or 3. Because you're like playing at the house and then you take it on the go or whatever.
Yeah, but what if
But
someone
I'm talking about like PS4 to PS5. Like,
yeah, but what if someone's playing on the PS4 and then they somehow are able to get a PS5?
then play the 4 version, cuck.
I mean, yeah, I guess you're right. And you know what? Well, I never understood why they're doing like re-releases of PS4 games on the PS5. Like, why can't we just get like do the way God of War did it and get like a patch and then just don't give it a new trophy list?
Yeah, I mean, even Jedi Fallen Order does not do anything with the 5, really, that warrants it being a 5 version. Also, another weird glitch I had in the game was, which I was kind of thankful for a little bit until I think it started breaking more of the game, was all the cutscenes at one point were just going at like 2 times speed.
I saw your video of that and I thought you edited the video after the fact. But
No.
I guess you didn't, which was like, that was like the weirdest shit I've ever seen in a game.
I like did not touch that video at all. I like went up there and I was like getting ready to just sit down and watch the cutscene, and then I just see everything fucking zooming. Like,
that's the weirdest
what is
shit.
happening?
Did that happen more than once?
I thought it was going to only be that cutscene. I was like, oh, maybe just that cutscene's broken. I like go a little bit more in. They show another cutscene and fucking zoom in again.
That's the
It
weirdest
didn't stop
shit.
doing it until I closed the game and opened it again. Oh yeah, and when that slicing thing happened for me, also, I had to quit to the main menu and then go back in the game, and that would make it work.
Yeah, I don't understand why they did like a it's fine for them to do a PS5 patch for the game, but like why does it need a new trophy list?
Money.
Yeah, I don't.
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't know, man.
But it's a free upgrade though.
Yeah, it's a
like
free
if you
upgrade,
have the disc.
I was going to say
Right.
that it's not even like you have to buy. You can buy like physically buy a new disc. Like they're probably not even going to sell like an actual PS5 version of the game. It's probably
They
always
do.
going to be. Oh, they do
Yeah, there's a physical copy you can buy.
for the PS5.
Yes.
You got.
I saw it. Somebody posted it today on my Twitter.
You got to be fucking kidding me.
No.
That makes me sick.
The upgrade is kind of weird too on PS5. You have to put the disc in, and then on the side, it gives you the option to copy the PS4 version on your PS5, or on the side, you can go to the right and press X on the 5 version, and it will copy the 5. It'll download the 5 version, but you can only open the 5 version if the disc is inside. Which I've never
Right.
seen like another game do. It's always been like, here's the download or whatever.
Well, they don't want
So-
you. Wait, or have all their games been like they give you a download and you don't have to have the disc in?
For me, that's how it's been.
I feel like you should have
So-
to have the disc in. Like I think that's like a fair enough thing to do because like you could just buy the game, download it on the 5, and then sell it.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, also, I didn't buy Miles Morales on the PS4, so probably Miles Morales is like that also.
I mean,
Where
I would
you
think
have-
any
where if
game
you have
is
the
like
4
that.
version, you put it in there.
There you go. Here's my proof.
Bro.
And it's $40.
The 5 version of this game doesn't use anything of the 5 other than, like, I guess faster loading times.
Oh, jeez. So it's not. No. Just
There's,
buy the
like-
fucking-
There's no, like, it already has the, what's it called? The frame rate one
Mhm.
from the PS4 Pro version, but it only goes up to 60 FPS.
Oh, jeez.
When some PS5 games do 120 FPS if you have the right monitor.
Okay.
And, it doesn't do trophy tracking at all.
Oh, that's
Dude, you're just
stupid.
better off buying the PS4 version and then upgrading, like,
Right.
or just like,
Yeah.
I just don't understand that. Like, that's why I was surprised when you said it had a physical release, because like, why would they not just keep the PS4 version? But I guess it's another way for them to like make money, because if you own a PS5 and you're like, I want the PS5 version, you're not going to buy a
Don't
PS4
forget-
game, even though basically all PS4 games are backwards compatible.
You guys got to remember one thing. It's Disney and EA.
True. I mean, it's more EA.
It's Disney as well.
Disney has no idea what the fuck's going on in the video game industry because they don't care.
No.
That's why we don't
But
have
yeah.
games like Split Second or Pure anymore.
Because they killed, what was it? Walt Disney Studios? Or
Yeah.
Gaming Studios, whatever it was called.
They killed John Disney himself.
Disney Interactive, that's what it was called.
Yeah. Yeah, they killed them right off.
But yeah, Jedi Fallen Order, buggy as hell, still fun. But yeah,
I need to get back to, or I need to play that at some point. But I'm on the PS3 diet, so not happening, I guess.
rest in peace to rotation.
For now, yeah.
So that was my the Last of Us was my 98th platinum, and Jedi Fallen Order was my 99th platinum, and now we got to the big boy, the 100th.
He's in triple
Yay.
digits.
I'm in triple digits now. Now I can prove people I have no life.
He's kind of a big deal. So give him
which
a job.
was Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart.
Nice.
So
very good, very good.
Good game. I have some issues with it, but that's it.
Well, you and Brian can talk him out if you want to.
We kind of got a very long podcast going for today, but if Waze wants to do it, we could do it.
I mean, you could do like a little 5 or 10 minutes. I'm not going to be saying anything because I haven't played the game personally, so...
We kind of talked about it. Like, it's kind of... I'm just going to be reiterating the things I said before the podcast, which was like, I hate that they just talk so much in the game. At one point, I had like Ratchet talking over Ratchet, which I wanted to tweet, but I guess my PS5 bugged or something and wasn't like.
Don't you dare talk bad about this game.
It wasn't letting me save like pre-recorded stuff. So you know how like it lets you save like 30 seconds behind or 5 minutes behind or whatever.
Right.
It wasn't letting me do that at all for some reason. And then I tried to upload my Platinum video, but my PS5 was just not having it, so... I think my PS5 is just having issues. It might not be the game, honestly. But, yeah, they talk too much. Which has just been like an Insomniac Studios thing that's been happening a lot recently.
Right.
They treat me like I'm an idiot. Which, like, I'm, like, I got annoyed of, like, so many times while I was playing. Like, the camera will pan to, like, a place I need to go, or whatever. Then when it pans back, I'll go explore a little bit, and then Ratchet will be like, oh, man, we can go in that cave over there, like, 3 times. Like, yeah, Ratchet, that's what the camera showing me over there means. I know that.
It's a kid's game, though.
The old Ratchets never did that.
True.
And then
I've had the same issue though.
And
so
then
I know what you're talking about.
What was it? The funniest one to me was there was a part where you save someone and then he goes away. Then and then right next to Ratchet, one of those like bolt cranks pop up. And then he's like, oh man, I wonder what I should do here. Like they did just show me bolt cranking 5 minutes ago. There must be a way down there. It's literally what he says. I'm just like, shut up, game. I already know what this means.
It's kind of like Blue's Clues. Like, where's Blue? Right behind the fucking dude.
And, what was the other issue I had? Oh yeah, it doesn't feel like a PS5 game. In my opinion, at least.
Right.
Because I know the big showcase in this thing is showing off the SSD and loading up levels, like, through the rifts or whatever.
Right. But,
like, A Crack in Time already did that. And that was on the PS3. So... So I could have seen this game working on the PS4. Honestly.
Hey, I mean, with the rate things have been going recently, we could see a PS5 to PS4 release.
Probably. I'm honestly, like, graphically wise, this is a PS5 game. Like, you can see every individual fur on Ratchet's face.
Yeah.
If they bring that over to the PS4, they can't do that.
It's a beautiful game. It really is.
The ray tracing is awesome and everything, but it does not play as a PS5 game. Which right now, to me, the most PS5 game out there is Returnal.
I agree on that.
And Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, only 2 guns do like something interesting with the triggers, which is the first 2 guns you get in the game, and then every single one after that. Their halfway R2 mode or whatever
can be done with the L2
can be done with the L2 button, which is usually always just aiming. So yeah, there's like, I personally also feel like it's not worth $70. I could see it like $60. This game is like a Crack in Time kind of size game, I would say. Which that was another thing that surprised me. This is a sequel to Crack in Time, not the 2016 game. But yeah. The things I like is all the characters.
One thing I like how we had all the random trophies for stuff, but my biggest complaint is you didn't have to collect all the gold bolts, and you didn't have to play the game on new game like challenge mode, which kind of pissed me off.
I ended up doing. Well, you kind of do have to do the new game challenge mode, and you kind of.
You only have to go in it for one weapon, though.
Yeah, and that's only if you pre-ordered the game.
Right, 2 weapons if you didn't pre-order the game, but still, you could get that in the first 10 minutes of the new game plus, though.
Yeah.
The Easter eggs are amazing, though, for the game.
Yeah, all the Easter eggs was cool. They brought back a lot of the mechanics from like what's it called? From A Crack in Time also. Like they brought back the hover boots.
Yeah.
From A Crack in Time. But yeah. The Rhino's cool in this game because it brings in like other video game world stuff like Jack and Sly and stuff.
Yeah, stuff from Uncharted, Horizon Zero Dawn. There was like quite other stuff, I believe, but yeah. And then there's story things that about Wombex that's going through different dimensions, and he mentions Knack on Sackboy and all that.
Yeah.
So
it's cool.
It's really cool. Yeah.
Oh, if the game wasn't easy enough for you already, you can turn on infinite. Once you get the gold bolts, you can turn on infinite ammo and infinite health and still get trophies.
Hey.
Can you really?
I beat
God.
I got all the gold bolts, and then I found that because I had there's that one weapon where you have to like shoot back the enemies with their own bullets or something like that.
Yeah.
I didn't get that to level 5 yet, right?
Right.
So I went in and I kept like trying to get kills and stuff with it, and it was just taking forever because I would run out of ammo, and then I'd have to find ammo again. Then I was just looking through like the collectibles stuff just to see what they had, and there was infinite ammo and infinite health, and I was like, does this take away the abilities to get trophies? So then I turned them on, and I went and grabbed all the bears. It did not take away your abilities to get all the trophies, so I just got that last trophy, which was shooting back the enemies with their stuff.
That was my last trophy as well.
Well, that wasn't my last trophy, but it was the last trophy I got before finishing the game.
Okay.
And then I just went into the ending of the game with a fully leveled up Rhino with infinite ammo.
Oh, jeez.
And so yeah, that was fun,
the way I grind out my stuff, I just went to the arena, and because every time you finish the arena, you get all your full ammo back, and I just kept going back in and out.
Yeah, but I think like that, what was it called, the Void Reactor or something, only had like carried like 7 like bullets or whatever.
Yeah.
So like I would run out of ammo fast. With the infinite ammo, sure. I just ran infinite health. I just loaded up the last challenge level, and I just killed the same boss over and over and over again with it. And not even over and over, like I just did it in one playthrough. I just stood right in front of him, pressed R2 a shit ton, and got it to level 5 like in no time.
Oh, there you go.
So yeah.
Overall, it's a fun game. Yeah.
Shitty trophyless.
Yeah, exactly.
Shitty as in like easy or what?
Shitty as in easy.
Well, and like no Ratchet and Clank game is hard to say per se or whatever.
Right.
Like every Ratchet and Clank game before this, I think required you to play on hard at least, and that was never like grueling or whatever.
Right.
But it was something at least. This one doesn't even. You can play this one on like story mode and get the platinum. So yeah.
That is our view on Ratchet and Clank: A Rift Apart.
8 out of 10 needs more water.
Oh, needs more water, not too much water.
Needs more water.
A lot of lava, but not enough water.
Oh, I like the new characters also. What's their name?
Oh.
Rivet and Kit.
Yeah, they were
Yeah.
cool.
They're cool.
So my question for you is, do you see them continuing to make Ratchet games? Because you know how like they did the 2016 or whatever on the PS4, and then we never heard from them for the rest of the PS4.
I can see them doing it, or I kind of mentioned this to Waves before the podcast. They actually have a really good opportunity for DLC and just make every DLC like a different dimension, and just make it like a level or something.
Well,
Off
I
that,
mean-
and like you explore the dimension.
Yeah.
The ending also, I guess, like spoiler alert or whatever. The ending like kind of teases at something. So
Right.
I think we'll see them again
Yeah,
in the future.
Okay.
I think
and-
Insomniac has gained like now that they're owned by Sony and all that. That I think we're gonna see a lot more of them.
I don't think Insomniac will ever be done with Ratchet and Clank, honestly.
No,
I think they love making those games way too much to like stop.
Mhm. And they're fun games, so I
'Cause
can't
it's-
hate on them.
It's the only PS2 franchise that exists, not counting God of
Still.
War, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah. God of War, yeah, and yeah, you're right. And Ratchet and Clank are the only two, I think.
Gran Turismo.
Oh yeah,
that's a PS1 franchise.
Yeah, PS1. But you know, it goes back to PS2 too.
But yeah, I mean, you'll see this. I'm just curious, like, what's going on at Insomniac? How many teams
Why?
do they have?
you know.
Because
Well,
Miles
we're talking
Morales
about that
came
with
out.
Obsidian. We're talking about that as well.
Because Miles Morales came out in October of last year,
Mm-hmm.
or November of last year. Whenever
November.
the
It
PS5
was,
came out.
Yeah.
It was last year. And
Mhm.
then Rift Apart came out this year.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, how many teams
So
they
the-
got over there?
Right. Well, we knew. Well, and it's funny because Ratchet and Clank and Miles Morales were both announced at the PS5 event too. So they're announced at the same time, which is even crazier.
Yeah.
Where's our
Yeah.
new Resistance and where's Fuse 2?
Nah, Fuse dead. You ain't here?
Doesn't EA own Fuse?
Probably.
Technically, but apparently Fuse like died.
I'm telling you, Sunset Overdrive 2 is next.
From that one rumor that's still a rumor is we're getting the Sunset Overdrive 2 and there's talking about a remaster for the PS4 for the first one.
I thought that was debunked.
No, not that I've read. But we could get 2 still, I think.
Oh yeah, Rift Apart also has like Easter eggs to Sunset Overdrive, which is funny.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, so you can change the bolts into other stuff.
Oh yeah, the
like
cans.
you can change them to like rubies.
Oh yeah. God of
from-
War orbs.
Yeah, no, you can't change them to orbs.
No, that was from the Rhino. That's right.
No, I'm saying yeah, the bolts you can change them to
Yeah.
rubies from what's it called, from Spyro,
Mm-hmm.
and then you can change it to the cans from Sunset Overdrive,
That's right.
and coins from Sly Cooper.
That's right.
So
You did the Sly Cooper ones, didn't you?
no, I did the rubies at first, and then
Oh, okay.
at the end I did the coins.
Okay.
Yeah, fun game, good game.
All right. Shall we move on?
Yeah.
We shall move on. Recent game pickups, boys.
2 actually. Let me get the name of it first because I forgot and I just picked it up.
Yeah, whatever it is, I picked it up too.
Lust for Darkness
Yep.
and 5 Dates.
5 dates.
You bought 5
Yeah.
dates?
I bought 5 Dates.
That's a mistake.
Nah, it's an easy platinum. This Nickel can get it. I can get it.
Listen,
We don't condone easy platinums at Rogue Hunters.
yeah, that's why we're rogue hunters.
Hey, I only get one easy platinum every 10 trophies, so or every 10 platinums.
Well, there's some good games. I picked up that Lust game as well because it was kind of just a random find, and then I'm still waiting on Chivalry 2. I bought it on.
Yeah, mine's supposed to be here Friday.
I got mine off Amazon, and I'm still waiting for it.
And technically, I picked up Ratchet and Clank, so.
Yeah, I picked up Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, which, by the way, I beat that game in like a day, probably less than a day.
I didn't mind it in
the
2
platinum
days.
I have like.
I feel like they're all easy like that, though. Honestly,
like the platinum on PSNP says a day and 5 hours, but that's because I took a big break in between.
Mm-hmm.
But I beat it in like a day, and like we're just taking game time. But yeah, I got that, and I'm now the proud owner of 2 Medal of Honor copies.
Nice.
Ooh.
Because I'm an idiot and bought another copy of Medal of Honor.
Even though he already owned it. You can never own too many Medal of Honors.
And then technically FF7 Remake on the PS5 and Jedi Fallen Order on the PS5.
Alright.
Technically, but they were free updates, right?
Upgrades, yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Well, I guess that's all we've picked up.
Alright.
Nice.
You want to hit us with your favorite shit, Snickle?
Yeah. I gotta pull the link up. It's basically the same server shutdowns as before, but we have some news. We have a little bit of news this week. We have some new news this week, which I don't like to talk about. So, as we've been talking about for a while, the shift games. So the big things to worry about this summer, if you own it, Operation 7 Showdown's going down August 1st. MLB The Show 17 is going down August 8th. Need for Speed Undercover, Need for Speed Shift, Need for Speed Shift 2, and Need for Speed The Run are all going down on August 31st. Not only the online, but I believe the auto log is going down as well. It's what I've read. New news as of today, I believe, this morning.
Breaking news.
Breaking news. We've got some breaking news inbound. So there was a tweet put out by Rockstar Games. I don't know if you guys have heard of them. They haven't really been putting anything out recently. But regardless, there's a few games that are going down on the PS3. The first one being Max Payne 3 is going down on... Let me get this date right so I don't look like an idiot. Max Payne 3 is going down on September 16th. So get that done. Apparently, it has some stuff tied to the single player. So I would advise to just get the platinum before September 16th. Also on September 16th, LA Noire on the PS3 is going down. It doesn't have anything trophy related, but apparently there's some stat tracking. All of these are all going down on the Rockstar Games Social Club. So like LA Noire was on there, so I guess it had some stuff tied to it on there. And then the big kicker is GTA Online on the PS3. GTA 5 on the PS3 is going offline on December 16th. So 2 months later. 2 months? 3 months? 3 months later. But on September 16th, you won't be able to buy shark cards anymore on the PlayStation and 3. So, a little bit of a news story there. But so, long story short, September 16th, you're losing shark cards on GTA 5 online. Max Payne 3 is going down on September 16th. LA Noire is going down on September 16th. LA Noire doesn't matter. And then GTA Online is being shut down 3 months later on December 16th. So, kind of sucks, but yeah, that's the new news.
Rest in peace, the PS3 is all I gotta say.
Yeah, it really does suck. I've been wanting to do Max Payne and GTA 5 for a while, so it's... And I was thinking about this today, and I didn't I usually when I think about stuff like this, I tweet it out, but I just didn't because I didn't feel like it. But server shutdowns suck. Okay, don't get me wrong, they suck. But at the same time, it kind of helps you figure out what games you want to play. Because you kind of have to play it. Like, you don't have a choice. Like, you want to get it done, you have to do it before this date, or you're never doing it again. So, I mean, they suck, but they're a blessing in disguise, I feel like.
This just goes to show that we were kind of right earlier in the year to get ready for a bunch of PS3 shutdowns.
Yeah, GTA 5 on the PS3 is a big thing. Now, one of the things that I'm a little confused about, and if other people are probably a little confused about this too, is and I don't know, this has something to do behind the scenes, obviously, but as we all know, GTA 4 and Red Dead Redemption are both still online. Now, both of these games were run by GameSpy back in the day, which obviously went down. I don't know who maintains these services now, but like those are still online. So, and there was no announcement of either one of those going down. So it's kind of weird that like Max Payne 3 and GTA 5 are going offline, but GTA 4 and Red Dead 1 are still online. And there was no announcement about them being officially shut down. So I don't know what's going on there.
I was actually going to say that. Like, why are they shutting down GTA 5 but not 4?
I don't know. And you would think that like they would keep GTA 5 online because obviously their shit is all integrated, because like if you play GTA 5 on the PS3 and you go to a PS4, you can transfer your character. So it's like somewhat integrated. And the fact that they're like removing shark cards is also like, huh? Because like those are their money makers. Like, but they also haven't put updates out for GTA Online on the PS4 or on the PS3 in like a minute. So, I mean, I kind of get it, but at the same time, I kind of don't, because like, what the fuck does it matter? So, yeah. Breaking news. Somebody told me, let me get this up just so I can make sure I get all my ducks in a row. And I'm providing everybody with the information that I know. Someone provided me, and by someone I mean Alex, provided me that apparently for Max Payne 3, some of the single player trophies are affected that are in the challenge mode DLC because the servers have to be connected in order for them to work. And he also said for the level 50, you have to go into a custom match and load it into the single player to unlock trophy. I don't know if there's like some method. I don't know. I'll have to get confirmation on that. But apparently, I'm gonna pull the game. I'm gonna pull the trophies up because I don't even have them pulled up right now. But oh goodness,
we're professionals.
Sorry, I'm just here hanging out. You know, I'm just here chilling with the boys, you know? You know? But no, I guess it's anything challenge mode related. So there's 4 DLC packs, and I was telling Brian about it before. There is like an ultimate edition you can buy that comes with all of them and the game on the PlayStation Store.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how much it costs. It's probably like $40, but like I think it's actually worth it because the DLCs are like $10 a pop. So when you calculate it all after the fact, and if you don't own the game physical, it probably makes sense to buy the Ultimate Edition digitally. But yeah, one of the DLCs is I believe it's just one of them is online, but there's also a challenge DLC.
DLC pack for his challenge.
Yeah, so that DLC is but it's multiplayer. It says deathmatch. I don't know, whatever. Anyway, one of those is tied to the online. I would honestly just get the whole game done. Like, this is gonna be one of my focuses after I finish up a few other things. I'm gonna focus on actually like trying to platinum Max Payne 3 this summer.
Okay.
I'm guessing GTA 5 is just gonna be a lost cause now.
For me,
pretty much.
No, I'm still gonna try to. I mean, I'm gonna focus on my goal is going to be to focus on Max Payne 3, and then we'll see what happens. And then my goal for GTA 5 was I always wanted to do Grand Theft Auto 5 with, like, Waves and Cats and everyone, but you guys don't have that one trophy. The Run Like the Wind, I think is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, that's the one that's, like, actually unobtainable now. So I was like, and, like, you guys didn't want to play it. So I tried to get a group together because I want to do the Heist DLC, but that wasn't working. So I think what I'm going to end up doing is, since they announced the server shutdown, and it's probably still, honestly, it's probably still a pretty populated game, I may just hop on and just try to do the Heist shit legit, because to be fair, you can do it all legit at the end of the day. You don't need to, like, coordinate with anybody. Like, I could go in and set up every single heist and just wait till I have enough people to play it. It's just the fact of, like, will enough random people join?
Yeah.
To do it. So I don't know. I'm gonna hop on. I'm probably gonna download it and hop on and see what's happening there. But I am planning on getting both of them done. If anyone's interested in GTA 5 on the PS3, though, let me know, because I'd rather play with people that I know rather than randoms. But
I'll do Max Payne 3.
Max Payne 3? Max Payne 3 I've heard is pretty easy.
No, I'm saying, like, or if people need Max Payne 3. Because don't we need, like, 6 or something?
I don't know how many you need, but yeah, I mean, if people want Max Payne 3, I'm probably going to end up, for all these games that are going down, I'm trying my best, but I'm going to try to put out multiplayer guides on my YouTube channel for, like, all of these games, so you can try to get them done in the summer. I'm going to try to put an MLB 17 The Show guide out this week, and then I'm going to work on some Need for Speed ones as well. I'm probably not going to do the Run because it's unobtainable, but, like, I'm going to work on doing Shift and Shift 2. You know what sucks, Waves? I just thought about this.
What?
So remember when we went and we did the Run a few years ago?
Yeah.
It's going to fucking suck now.
Yeah, with everyone going for it.
Yeah, because you can't do the DLC in a private lobby. You have to do it in a public lobby.
Yeah.
And there's probably a shit ton of people searching for it. Damn, that sucks.
I'm happy we got it done when we got it done.
Same. Rest in peace to y'all.
Y'all have fun with that shit.
we done over here. We done over here. But yeah,
I just gotta get that autolog trophies.
Yeah, I'm just saying, for, like, people that are interested in it and people that care about server shutdown stuff, I would focus your summer on Need for Speed games on the PS3 and Rockstar games on the PS3. I would focus on Need for Speed first, but I would try to do them all at the same time. Because honestly, the Need for Speed games are not that hard, and, like, if you haven't already gotten the King of the Hill trophy or King for a Day, I forget what it's called, in the Run, you can't even get the platinum anyway, so you might as well not even go for it. Shift is easy. Like, Shift only has one trophy, one multiplayer trophy, and it's for the DLC. There's other things you can do in the multiplayer to get epic badges, what you need for the platinum, but, like, you don't need to get all of the epic badges. You only need to get 20 out of 27, I think. So you don't even need to do anything other than that one DLC trophy. Shift 2 is a little bit of a finicky trophy list, but I don't think it's as bad as people make it out to be. And then God bless your soul if you're going for Need for Speed Undercover, because you're going to need everything. You're going to need every ounce of patience to play any aspect of that game. Because goddamn, that's an experience. And I think that one you need like 8 people to do it. But I'm not touching that shit with a 10-foot pole with a guide. That shit can stay under the rock.
Did Most Wanted is Most Wanted going down also or not?
No, so it's weird. And I don't know if... I think Brian and I hit on this last week for the trophy talk. But it's really weird which ones are getting shut down. So if you look at the order that they came out, it's Undercover and Shift, which came out in, I think, 2008, 2009. Then after Shift, you had Hot Pursuit came out, which everyone forgets about. That's still up and running and cranking. Then Shift 2 came out, and then The Run came out, which Shift 2 and The Run are going down. And then Most Wanted came out in 2013, which isn't being touched. And then Rivals came out in 2014 when the PS4 came out. But it's weird. It's almost like the 2 games before Hot Pursuit and the 2 games after Hot Pursuit are going down, but Hot Pursuit isn't getting touched. And I don't know if that's because Hot Pursuit got a remaster or like what, but it's really weird how that one is not going down.
It's because Hot Pursuit's actually a good game.
It is. That it is. But yeah, that's just weird. And then as for any Rockstar game on the PS3, I mean, again, GTA 4 and Red Dead are fine, but for some reason Max Payne and GTA 5 are going down. But again, I kind of like, I don't mind the server shutdown stuff because, like I said, it kind of gives structure on like what games to do, because it's like, it's do or die, you know?
Yeah.
Can't be fucking around now. Now's the time to do it. So,
I guess this is putting BioShock 2 on the back burner once again.
well, yeah, and like my goal is to obviously get through all of the PS3 multiplayer, like when available, like when people are available. But yeah, when something's getting announced, like it's getting moved right to the top. It sucks when stuff goes down that isn't announced. Those are the worst. Like that recently happened in Grid Autosport where there was a trophy that was tied, which I actually like recently got, but it was for the RaceNet challenges. It went down, and they've been down ever since. So
Damn.
I think they have. Let me go to the forum post. But yeah, I'm pretty sure they've been down ever since. So I've always advocated companies giving dates to shut games down. I feel like the time span that they gave for Need for Speed and all that is a little tight, but at least it's something.
That just reminded me of like weird trophies on the PS3. Like Crysis 2 had one to return to the game after like 7 months or something, like the multiplayer.
Yeah.
And like I think at the time people were angry because they didn't give them enough time for that one trophy or something like that.
Yeah, and then the dev responded, or like some community member responded and said like, you've had 10 years or something to do this or something like crazy like that. And he's like, he ain't wrong. Like, but I don't know. I mean, I've always advocated giving some time to do it. To me, I think that you should strive for like 6 months. That's why like the GTA 5 thing makes sense to me. Like we're June now. Mid-December is 6 months. That's sufficient time for people that are playing the game to enjoy it. And we're not talking, GTA 5 isn't a game that like, you know, is dead. It's the third most played game on PSNP, like at 1.25 million people. Like I'm sure it still gets a significant amount of people playing it every day. So
yeah.
It's not like we're talking about like some deadbeat game that's had no one playing it for years on years. But I guess Rockstar wanted to shut the GTA 5 servers down on the 3 before the 5 version comes out. You know, can only maintain 2 servers at once.
I'd say even get Red Dead Redemption and GTA 4 done if you want those.
Oh, I would focus on them, but like I would focus on the ones that they've like said are going down. So I would focus on Max Payne. Max Payne 3 will literally, from what I've heard, a majority of it will only take a little bit of time. There's something related to, I guess, leveling that you can AFK to an extent. I haven't read totally into it, but like that's what I was getting at today from things I was reading. And then GTA 5 is kind of like unless you have that gaunt or whatever run with the win trophy, it's kind of like, it's honestly kind of a lost cause. And there's so many people that are trying to fight Rockstar to like fix that trophy, but they're not going to. The only way to get that trophy is to find a hacker, and I don't know how to do that. And that's just a risky method of doing it.
Yeah.
So Max Payne 3 for me, and I might actually do Red Dead.
Yeah, I would if you're interested in any Rockstar game, I would definitely focus on trying to get them done, like Red Dead or like GTA 4. GTA 4 isn't as bad as people make it out to be either. It's just one stupid fucking trophy, but other than that, it's easy.
Refused to play GTA 4 because I bought that game like 4 times when I was a kid.
And it never worked?
And it never worked.
It was laser burn probably every time.
Yeah.
I had that issue with God of War 3. I bought that game like probably half a dozen times, and every time I bought it, it wouldn't load, and apparently it's because like the PS3 would laser burn discs, certain discs.
I think that's what happened with my God of War 3.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Wasn't until I got the slum when it started working again, so...
Yeah, it kind of sucks, but you know, it is what it is. But yeah, those are the server shutdowns. Focus on the PS3 over the summer. Need for Speed and Rockstar Games. Focus on the PS3 versions of all of them over the summer.
Honestly, just focus on PS3 like multiplayer in general.
Yeah, I mean, if you're into, I'm not gonna say like go out of your way to do it, but like if you're into like getting series done and shit like that, and there's games on the PS3 that you're interested in doing, I would do them sooner rather than later. I would not put stuff off anymore.
Yeah.
Well then, that's our server shutdowns.
Hey, we can get into the meat and potatoes, which is a whole hour and 20 some minutes in.
I refuse.
Time.
Yeah, I'm going to bed. I'll catch y'all later.
Time for
I would rather not talk about this topic because like I don't really care too much because it was kind of dog shit, but I know everyone else cares, so yeah.
We could talk about how dog shit it was.
Right,
sure.
we're gonna shit on them.
If E3 is so good, where's E3 2, huh?
Where's E4?
Where's E40?
E40.
I'd say like the only ones that really mattered was Xbox and Nintendo out of all these, but
I'll be honest with you guys right now, straight up. I didn't watch any of this.
Well,
yeah.
Really the only thing that caught my eye was in Ubisoft, AC Valhalla being just for this year as well. Discovery Tour's coming back.
Yep. Hopefully it doesn't have trophies like Odyssey.
Far Cry 6, the DLC actually caught my interest because you actually get to play as the villains, like Voss and all that from their previous games. And Blood Dragons, was it Blood Dragon? Yeah, Blood Dragon.
Yeah.
It's getting a remaster.
Or why does that need a remaster? Come on now.
Don't know.
Yeah, they gave it all plus for free all those years ago.
And then we have fucking Avatar back, and that's coming out in 2022.
I heard that Avatar is supposed to be a PvP game.
I mean, a
5v5 hero shooter type deal.
To be fair, the one that was on the PS3 was it had PvP aspects to it, which I'm kind of mad that I missed out on that one. But
I thought it was a single player game.
It had single player, yeah, but it also had online.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying this game is apparently only PvP, like it's only online.
That's kind of weird.
So,
not sure. And then I'm a fan of that.
For Honor, Trackmania, Crew 2, Watch Dogs Legion, and Brawlhalla are all getting updates. But it's kind of funny because for Watch Dogs Legion, they show Aiden Pierce, and you're like, well, yeah, you showed him over a fucking year ago, you dumbasses. We still haven't got him.
Did you expect to get him?
No, because as soon as that fucking game was done, I was done.
Yeah, Ubisoft's press conference was kind of trash. The only thing really that like mattered was the Avatar game.
The next one that was even more trash was Gearbox.
Where they literally announced nothing.
You spent 10 minutes on the fucking set of Borderlands the movie and you didn't see shit. Homeworld 3, which they kept talking about, and I still don't know what the fuck this is.
Yeah, it was like the next game in the beloved friend. Like, I've never heard of Homeworld in my entire life.
Right. Tiny Tina's Wonderland, but we knew about that from Summer's Game Fest from last Thursday. Godfall going to the PS4. What the fuck? Is it getting a downgrade? And Fire and Darkness DLC. Oh, for Godfall. That's what that
I was gonna
Okay,
say
I
what
put a
what is
note.
what is that for?
Yeah, it's for
It's Godfall DLC. Yeah. So that
Yeah.
was it for fucking Gearbox. Oh, and Tribes of Midgard. It got a release date of July 27th of this year.
Which I don't know what the fuck that is.
I don't know. It doesn't have my fucking attention.
So trash. Okay.
Next we had Xbox and Bethesda. We got quite a bit to go over. Starfield. Oh my god, it's exclusive. Who fucking knew? It got a release date of November 11th, 2022. They showed pre-alpha footage. That game is not coming out next year. That game is like fucking 2-3 years into fucking waiting. Stalker 2, which looked fucking dope. I will admit, that's going to be multi. I heard it's Xbox exclusive for 3 months, and that's it.
Which is fucking stupid. Why have a timed exclusive of 3 months?
Back for Blood, which we already knew about. Contraband is actually Xbox exclusive. Sea of Thieves.
That was the.
Yeah.
That was the. What's it called?
Shit. Avalanche.
The Just Cause, yeah. Avalanche Studios game.
Sea of Thieves is getting Pirates of the Caribbean DLC.
I did hear about that. Wait. Step back. Didn't Xbox or Microsoft buy Avalanche or something?
I don't think so.
Or wasn't there like talk about that? Okay. I just wanted to make sure because I remember hearing something about that, and I didn't know if that was like a thing that was, for sure happening or.
I honestly thought WB Games owned Avalanche.
No, because
I thought so too.
No, because Avalanche did like Just Cause, and they're working on the new Harry Potter game, which I guess no, that wouldn't be.
The rumor is that they were gonna buy IO Interactive, Avalanche, and Crytek.
Okay.
Oh, interesting.
So
that Weird Game 12 Minutes got a release date of August 19th.
that game looks cool.
Psychonauts 2 will be coming out August 25th. That is multi-plat. I didn't know that until Waves told me, actually.
Yeah, I think that one has to be because it was a Kickstarter game.
Right, and I heard people say, well, it's only going to be on PS4. Actually, they already said it will be on PS5 as well.
Every PS4 game is a PS5 game.
Right, and Hades will be coming to Xbox and PlayStation. Halo Infinite will be out this holiday, so this year it's Horizon Zero Dawn versus Halo Infinite. I'm putting my money on Horizon for sales. Diablo 2, September 23rd. A Plague Tale, the new one. I'm actually kind of excited for that.
Is that a new one or is that just a remaster?
No, it's a new one.
Okay.
It's the sequel.
There is supposed to be a remaster supposed to get announced, I heard, and I heard it's going to be free for PlayStation Plus next month. That's one rumor. Shredders, which was that snowboarding game, that looked kind of cool. Atomic Heart, Waves, you're excited for this one.
Yeah, I've been waiting for this game for a while.
Outer Worlds 2, which will be a Xbox exclusive, actually. The Flight Simulator. For Forza Horizon 5, which looked beautiful, I'm not gonna lie. And then Redfall, which it's a exclusive, and it looked kind of neat, but I don't know if that'd be my type of game. It's basically you fighting vampires.
But it's made by Arcane, and Arcane does not make bad games.
Yeah, whatever. And then there was a comment made by Todd Howard of Bethesda.
Dishonored and Prey in that new game.
That's
what's
right.
it called? What's it called? That new game that's a PS5 exclusive. Well, whatever. Dishonored and Prey. Dank fucking games. I'm not gonna say Arcane is a bad studio.
Todd Howard did make a comment after E3 saying now since they don't gotta focus on Sony, they can make Bethesda better. And yeah, Bethesda games will be better since they don't have to focus on another platform. They only have to focus on one platform.
I mean,
which Jesse's right. he's right. I'm not gonna lie. It does make it easier. But two, yeah, I don't know. To me, it's the sales. As a business, you want to look at sales.
Yeah, but he's looking at it as a creator, right? So
exactly, which I agree with.
When you make a game, you have to look at the SKU, right? Of what you're selling, it on.
Right.
And so now, instead of worrying, well, will it also run on PS5? They can just be like, Xbox Series S is our main baseline.
Right.
We go up from there.
Right.
So that's one thing I kind of want to say about Xbox that I like, is that all these games are going to be next-gen exclusives as to compare to PS5, where at first I was kind of like, yeah, PS4 is whatever. Like, sure, put it on there. But after playing Ratchet and Clank, I want more games to just use the PS5 features. Like, it's a selfish thing, but I want, because, like, think about it, right? Other than, like, God of War 2, Sony first party abandons their last gen console pretty fast. We got the last PS3 exclusives games were in 2013, right? Which is when PS4 came out. And then after that, there were no more first party PS3 games. And when you have a game being made for the PS4 and the PS5, the baseline is going to be PS4. And if you're thinking that's not going to change game design ideas, then that's wrong, because of the speed of the PS5, right? The SSD. So that's what we were sold on. That's what Mark Cerny was talking about, right? That the SSD was so fast that it was going to change game design as we know it. But now first party is making games for both the big games, and now it's being held back by the PS4. And that's what I don't like. Now that I thought about it more thoroughly. Right. So
overall, I would say for the Xbox showcase, people are like, oh, it's one of Xbox's best showcases ever. One, it was boring as shit. Two, Waves had a great idea. Anytime you mention Game Pass, we take a shot. We should have did that.
Get alcohol poisoning.
We would have by fucking the fourth game. Yeah, it was boring. I didn't like the pace that they did it, and too many CGI trailers. The only one that we really had in game for was Stalker 2. It seemed like.
No, Atomic Heart had in game.
Huh?
I mean, a good of them had an in-game trailers, but a lot of them did also have CGI. The big ones had CGI. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think Xbox
Worlds
had, not counting Nintendo, I think Xbox probably had the best press conference out of all of them. But that's purely because all the other ones were so fucking dog trash.
Yeah.
You'll see when we get to Capcom how trash it was.
Oh, yeah. The one game that threw me for a loop for Xbox was actually the Outer Worlds 2. I was not expecting to see that. The thing about that is that they just announced it. They didn't say that they started development or anything like that. They're like, oh, it's coming, but we gotta finish all these other games first. Yeah, and Obsidian is just everywhere right now. They got 3 games being made.
Yeah.
So that was really it for Xbox. To me, yeah. Then we go to, I think this was Sunday? Square Enix?
Yeah.
They started off hot with Guardians of the Galaxy, and then they spent too much time on it, and then I didn't care after that.
The only thing I cared about that one was the Final Fantasy Origin.
Yes.
By the Neo guys.
Oh my god, that looked fucking amazing.
Which you can play that demo right now on the PS5 if you have a PS5.
Guardians of the Galaxy will come out October 26th. Avengers Black Panther expansion, which we kind of knew about. Life is Strange Remaster is September 30th, and Life is Strange True Colors is September 10th.
Yeah, we're getting
mobile
that.
games they talked about, and Babylon Fall.
Hell yeah, we're getting that PS4 remaster for the PS4.
For game, yeah.
That Babylon's Fall game is weird. It's by
Yeah.
Platinum Games, but it plays like a Bayonetta or Devil May Cry, but it
Right.
has the systems or whatever of a Destiny game. So it's a live service slasher, looter slasher, I guess, by Platinum Games. So.
The next one was Monday for Capcom. Wait, did you watch the Capcom one? I just watched a little bit of highlights. Resident Evil 8 Village DLC has been announced, but nothing shown. And what was the other one? RE what? What's it called?
Reverse.
Yeah. That's coming out next month or later this year, July, right?
I think it's next month. Yeah.
Okay, next month. And one thing that pissed me off about this is not Capcom itself, it's the people. Oh, we want a new Devil May Cry. Why didn't you show off Resident Evil 4? This and that. People, they just shot their load with RE8 last month. Leave them the fuck alone.
I mean, Capcom shouldn't have had one, honestly.
No, well, neither should Gearbox. Gearbox shouldn't have one either.
And Gearbox shouldn't have had one, because Capcom, they only showed games that they had already announced but prior to E3.
At least Xbox showed off shit that we didn't know was being made, you know?
Yeah.
Or announced shit that wasn't being made. I give them credit for that. I will not shut on Xbox, but to me, I just didn't like the pacing, and I thought it was just too long. And at least we only saw Phil Spencer once, so I was kind of happy about that. I can't look at that fucking ugly face that long.
E3 this year, we couldn't skip Nintendo, because honestly, the only thing that I cared about that's going to that's going to pertain to PlayStation is the what's it called? The re-release of the Fatal Frame on the Wii U, but now it's going to be on everything. So
hell yeah.
Now that
there was
E3,
a lot of other stuff that got announced, but it's all like just Nintendo Switch. So
right. Now that
E3
E3 is over, we will probably have a Sony event coming at the end of June, early July. It's the big rumor. That explains why we didn't see a couple things from Square Enix. Most likely because they're most likely PlayStation exclusives or time exclusives to a certain point.
like Forspoken,
Yeah. And that one other... What was the other one?
FF16.
Yeah, that's it. So, there is one people that's been hyping last few days on Twitter, Blue Box Games or whatever, been
Black
hyping
Box.
up a PlayStation exclusive, and which is big rumor is Silent Hill again. So we'll see.
It's not. They had to like put out a tweet and they were like, "Guys, we promise it's not Silent Hill. We're not working with Konami. We're not working with Kojima. Please stop saying it's Silent Hill."
Yeah, but it's been weird. But
I mean,
we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see about that soon.
Yeah, and they might have to put that out like, hey, Sony's like, shut the fuck up. We want to announce this shit. You know?
I don't think it is. Like,
I don't know,
guys. Let's just be honest. Silent Hill's dead. All right,
Fact.
it's not coming back.
Fact.
We all need to stop having this fake hope that Silent Hill is going to come back. It's not. Konami's too busy making bank off of pachinko machines, okay? They don't care about two people out there buying Silent Hill when they can make Silent Hill a pachinko machine and get trillions of dollars off of it.
Well, the one thing I do believe Sony is going to have their own conference soon, because they usually do one in the summer anyway, so...
Yeah, they might have a state of play.
Yeah, they'll have... I don't know, they might do another big one like they did for the PS5 last year, because it was in June that they announced the PS5.
I don't know, Sony needs to announce something, because honestly, like... there's nothing to excite me for the PS5 anymore.
No, I'm excited for Horizon and all that. So
yeah, but they're all like, I'm talking about just PS5. There is no point to have a PS5 unless you want to play Ratchet and Returnal.
Yeah, that's why I
and
haven't
Demon
bought
Souls.
one, you know?
There's honestly no point. Like I said it as a joke, but my PS5 is a PS4 machine. Like honestly, there's nothing's making me excited for the PS5. So
I don't know. I'm more excited for Horizon God of War, even though they'll be coming out. I'll get the better features though. So
they're going to be held back by the PS4.
I mean, you're not wrong about that.
You're not wrong, but still,
that's my issue with it. That's my issue with it.
But also, the Xbox is going to get held back because of the Series S, though.
Yeah, it's still stronger than the 4, though. We're not talking about Xbox, right? Like, fuck Xbox, we're not talking about that. I'm just talking about PlayStation. The new God of War should be the new best showcase of the PS5. Alright? It's going to be held back by the PS4. The PS4 is now, like, almost 10 years old. That's like putting a PS4 game from last year on the PS3.
That is true.
So
there honestly is, like, I mean, I haven't been able to get one because I really haven't been able to, but like there really is no reason to buy one. Other than like a handful of games, but like, I'm sorry, Ratchet and Returnal, like, yeah, they may be great games, but those are not reasons to buy consoles. I feel like those are not console selling games. Like you said, Waves, like the new God of War would be like a console selling game.
Yeah.
Right.
Or even like the new Horizon, like that would be a console selling game.
Like now, the new God of War is going to have those climbing sections and those sections where he would like dip into a wall to hide loading because it's going to be on the PS4.
The infamous elevators. There's no loading times, but there's these giant fucking elevators that you're on for 2 minutes at a time. What do you think's happening there? Or like the warp sections or whatever the fuck they would call them.
Like there really is no reason to be excited for the PS5. Unless you're like a quote unquote hardcore gamer who likes like these really hard games or whatever, which honestly they're not even hard, like Demon Souls and Returnal. There's no reason. And then past Ratchet and Clank, what's just PS5?
No, this is the thing. And it's kind of sad, but people aren't even buying those consoles for those games.
Nobody's buying the consoles for those games. Yeah.
People are buying the consoles because it's the new console, but they're buying it to play fucking Call of Duty and Fortnite. Like, they're not even buying it to play the games that are, like, utilizing the hardware, which is kind of sucks, but... Because I would love to play, like, a PS5 game. I would love to play, like, the new, like, Demon Souls or the new Ratchet, even though, you know, I don't know if I would, but... Or Returnal, but I can't, because I can't even get my hands on one.
Yeah. I don't know. E3 sucks.
Yeah.
And video games suck.
And, you know,
one comment I read earlier was saying, what's the point of E3 now when all these people can just do their own thing when they want, you know, all these companies, and they'll probably get more views and more hype.
Yeah, I was actually just about to say that, Brian, because I didn't see that topic, but I was kind of thinking about it because, like, even not that long ago, you're talking, you know, the past 5 years, like 5 years ago, you know, E3 was a thing where people wanted to watch it, you know, and that's where you got information about new games. Or like another thing that I heard there wasn't jack shit of this year was like you would see gameplay for games for the first time, or you know, shit like that. Like now it's like E3 doesn't fucking matter, and all these studios and shit do their own conferences, so it's like there's no, like, I don't want to say there's no point of E3, but that's how it feels.
There really is no point of E3.
I mean, there is no point. Yeah.
Me and Waves had this conversation actually. The last good E3 that me and him could remember was what, 2018?
Yeah.
2017 maybe? 17, 18?
17,
It
18,
was-
one of those.
Yeah, was the last good one. The last time I was really hyped for something was last June, and that was because when they showed off the PS5. Sony, but Sony showed off a lot of games though at that time too. But that's the last really hype I was for like games, and then I don't mind like a state of play here and there from like things. Even Nintendo, what's Nintendo calls or Nintendo Direct, they'll do every so often, right? Those are pretty good too. And even Capcom's been doing it with they did Resident Evil Village before it came out, and it gave out all this Resident Evil information. Besides that,
I feel like we all just underestimated how much last year like set a lot of games back.
oh yeah,
Like there should have been more this year, I think. But because of what happened last year, everything got pushed to next year or the year after.
Right. Everybody's working from home, so
well, yeah, and it makes sense.
That affects it, of course. And
But
that's
I think
not
also,
the fault of any dev or anything, It's
I think also E3 is just archaic now.
Yeah, it's not. I don't want to say it's not worth it, but it almost isn't. And like, it's almost like companies don't want to bring their biggest and baddest to E3 because they want to save it for their own personal, event that they do at some point, which kind of sucks. Right. Like, I love that E3 going back and forth. I feel like you were like almost. It was like battling back and forth.
Yeah,
between like who
was doing the best. Sony
game.
Would come back to it, but
yeah, like who's got the best game? Who's showing the best gameplay? Like that. That shit was awesome, and I think like having everything is fine, but and like each place having their own like booth and stuff like that stuff's all cool, but like it's just.
And we got so many good memes from when like Sony did it because PS4. How do you share a game? Here you go.
Yeah. It's just I don't know. I feel like it's not like I don't want to say it's not utilized properly, but definitely with like companies and shit doing their own, events and conferences, it just I feel like it does hold it back and
like
the best stuff isn't brought to it. I mean, I just look at the difference between like E3 and like Summer Game Fest. Like, out of both of them, I don't think
Summer Game Fest was better.
Yeah, I wasn't blown away by anything, but like the biggest and best thing that I found from either one of them was Elden Ring.
Yeah,
exactly.
And that was from Summer Games Fest. That wasn't even E3. Like that should have been something that was released or like brought out at E3. But part of me thinks that like these conspiracy theory here. I feel like the like Amazon who ran Summer Games Fest. I feel like they like they would pay so that these games would like release their info at their events. Like pay additional like funding. So it's like, Elden Ring was talked about at our event. Like people turned into this because it happened at our event.
I think Jeff, who's the one who's in charge of it, said that companies have to pitch their ideas to them. So I wouldn't see how paying them would work in that situation, but I mean, you're probably not wrong. Well, yeah, I think Elden Ring like had to be done by Jeff Keighley because of all the fucking memes of Say It or whatever that from like these past few years.
Right.
Well, I mean, yeah, I would understand having to pitch and like obviously, E3 and Summer Games Fest, like they're all gonna know what's going on. Like nothing's gonna be a surprise to the people that are organizing it, clearly. But and
Devolver had the second best, by the way.
But I don't know. I just feel like E3 has just over the past few years is just I think you said it perfectly, Waves. It's just so archaic. It just doesn't feel like the same thing that it used to be because there's so many outlets of where to find information, which is just the internet's fault as a whole, but
it's just I think it's
everything
easier.
gets fucking leaked like it's crazy. Like nothing can be nothing can be a secret anymore. Everything has to get someone has to be the next big leaker of the information, and it's just like just let that shit be, man. Like the people that actually care about the leaks like just don't care in general. So just like don't like It was like when the Last of Us 2 shit got leaked, and people like the diehard fans like clearly like didn't want to read the leaks, and everybody that fucking hated the game was like, I'm gonna leak it for everyone. Like they're the ones that are ruining it for everybody.
Yeah. You're right.
I think E3 is like just done, right?
Yeah,
like,
it's pretty much dead to me.
I think next year if it happens,
I
might watch it.
Something big's got to happen.
If nothing big happens, then like no, I don't think I'm gonna watch it again because
something big's gonna happen. Sony's gonna have to come back to it, and all that.
Because this E3 should have been big, because it was the return of E3, obviously.
Right.
They had all these companies together, and then almost every conference except for like 2 were bad.
Right. And the ones that weren't bad were just mediocre.
And then technically they're not even conferences anymore.
No.
They're just directs. Or like knockoff directs. So the only one that kind of resembled a conference was Xbox, because they had like people come out, but they would have them come out, say like one thing, and then they just go straight into the games.
Right.
So can you even call them conferences anymore?
Right, because Xbox started off with Todd Howard for Bethesda, right, for Starfield, but yeah, and then it went on, and I just can't stand the people that got like talking about the games after like the post show and all that, and they just kiss everybody's ass, and that's all they do, and I'm like, I'm done, like I can't do it.
I think last year I said that I missed E3.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of miss having 1 week where it was just celebrating games or whatever.
Right.
But after this year, I think I was wrong. And I would much rather prefer Sony or whatever, just out of nowhere tweet, hey, this Thursday, State of Play, and then go watch that.
Because that's what they did last time for Horizon. That fucking nobody fucking knew about that one.
Yeah.
Well, nothing got leaked about that, and it was the biggest fucking surprise. And I'm like, oh shit, cool.
Well, I think E3 would be good just if it, like, it's easier said than done. If it just went back to its old way of, like, there actually being, like, surprises there and, like, more being there. It almost felt, like, barren. Like, I didn't watch it, but, like, from what I heard, like, it felt like a fucking desert. Like, there was no crazy information. There was no crazy releases or crazy information about games. Like, it was all just like, cool.
Well, yeah.
These
are games.
Like, just like this, how me and Waze were feeling though. Like 2018 when he showed off God of War. Like nobody, that was the fucking shock, you know. Like holy shit.
I think,
you know.
And then this year there was just so many like people at conference like showcases that they didn't need to have them.
Yeah.
Like why did Gearbox have one?
Gearbox didn't need one.
Capcom had
didn't.
one.
Bandai Namco, they didn't need one either. WB Games didn't need one because all they talked about was Back 4 Blood. That's a showcase, or that's a fucking State of Play.
Square honestly didn't need one. They could have like lumped their shit in with someone else. You know what? They did lump Guardians of the Galaxy in with Nintendo.
Yeah, you're right.
So
I remember hearing about that.
The only thing in that got announced that wasn't in another conference was the Final Fantasy Origin on PS5, which they could have just saved for like the State of Play.
Yeah. And then Ubisoft with Avatar. That was really it. You know.
Ubisoft's was like...
Oh no, well, don't forget Ubisoft, we got Just Dance 2022.
Well, did they do a whole thing for that? Because that I was gonna bring that up. That I feel like that's like a Ubisoft meme every year that they do like a Just Dance like section.
Yeah, they brought up
this time they didn't do anything. They just brought out a guy like a dancer and he talked about the game.
And I guess he's a dancer, musician, director, and all this shit. And he's doing a special song, a remake of one of his songs just for Just Dance.
Oh, cool! Wow, that's really cool. I can't wait
for
that.
The only thing I found really cool about Ubisoft was Rocksmith Plus. So that was something I wasn't expecting.
Watching the Ubisoft press conference felt like I was transported back to like 2010 when they were showing off like the PlayStation Move and the Kinect, and it was all about getting fucking the casuals into gaming. That's, that's what it felt like. Cause there was the Rocksmith thing. There was the weird not snowboarding, but it was something else.
Oh, I got it written down. I thought I had it written down.
What I know they did. Did they talk about Republic Riders?
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one.
Riders Republic.
Riders. It's a mountain biking game or something fucking stupid.
Well, it's all over.
Yeah.
It was just strange.
All right.
Ubisoft felt like I was on crack or something.
Dude, I just the thing that I just miss about those old conferences is the gameplays. Literally watching and whatever it is, the first 15 minutes, 15 minutes of the crazy, I don't know, the craziest section of the game. That's the shit that I miss because I feel like that's what used to sell games, at least.
Yeah.
Now it's not about that. It's just oh, does this have a cult following or not? And then, whatever.
Ubisoft started with Rainbow Six Extraction, which comes out September 16th. But to me, that game just looks like a fucking DLC pack for fucking Rainbow Six Siege.
Yeah,
what's funny is that whenever they did show gameplay, they dragged it. It was almost the entire conference.
Mm-hmm.
Where's the good old Ubisoft days where or not just Ubisoft, just anyone in general. Do you remember when they showed Division gameplay for the first time and they had the cringy ass comms going the whole time? Where's that, man?
Yeah, they're oh, don't worry, I've got your 6.
Yeah, they
check your left flank.
Yeah. Don't worry, Alpha, I got your 6, and they got that shit on they got make it sound like it's on a walkie-talkie or something.
Mm-hmm.
Where's the
they're
cringe
oh
shit
man, look at this salute.
Yeah. That's the stuff that I miss. I mean, mainly I would say is the gameplays, because I feel like I said, I didn't watch it, so I it's hard for me to
oh, you didn't miss nothing.
Pick anything specifically out, but I feel like everything that I saw after the fact, the after effects were just trailers.
Yeah.
Oh, here's this cool looking game. Here's a remaster. Here's this. Here, it's okay, cool, but where's you could have just put that out in a tweet. You didn't need to have a whole conference for that. But,
yeah.
I mean, whatever. I guess we'll see what. I think this year might have been a little weird. Not maybe. It definitely was a little weird because of COVID. That may be why it felt different or underwhelming. But yeah, I think if next year, I don't know. I feel like E3 is kind of on its last leg. If it's not good in the next few years, it just may be something that we never see, or it's just something that it'll be a thing, but nothing will ever be. It'll just be a thing.
I think E3 will go back to what it used to be, in the 90s and early 2000s, where it was literally just for the press and what was it? And stores to see what's being announced and what they want to buy and how much they want to buy.
Yeah.
Because I think it was around, I want to say 2013 and 2012, where it became about the consumer rather than the press, where they were oh, we have to make everybody excited and everything like that. So,
I mean, I think it's cool to have that aspect, but it just, I don't know, man. It feels like it's almost not for the gamers anymore. It feels like it's just, for it's almost like a stakeholder meeting. Here you go. This is the cool stuff that's gonna be coming, but we don't have anything to show for it. But
yeah, that's what.
There it is.
Yeah, and that's what it used to be. Back in the 2000s and the 90s.
Yeah,
that's what it used to be. So that's why I'm I feel like that's what it's gonna go back to. So,
yeah. Kind of, it does suck, but whatever. We'll have to wait and see.
Well then, any more thoughts, boys?
Wait, I wanted to bring. I'm gonna try to find it. Hold on.
I saw this. Say something?
No. I saw this a few weeks ago. Wait, when did this get put out? 5 days ago. So I guess it would have been within the last podcast. So I'm sure you guys saw this, but there was an article that was put out, I think by a lot of people. You're gonna laugh just by the title. but
Right.
I'm preparing myself. Basically, Jim Ryan is trying to explain that he does like old games.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yep.
Jim Ryan wants people to know that he doesn't hate old games.
Next time, I'm just gonna shut my mouth. I believe was the words here.
So I'm trying to find a few of his quotes. I'm reading a Video Games Chronicle or Chronic. I don't even know what this is. So he says, he goes on to say, the point I was trying to make, obviously not very well, was just how great the PS4 version looked and how far the series has evolved. They're talking about Gran Turismo, by the way, because
Right.
Jim Ryan was basically saying, like, who the fuck wants to play Gran Turismo on the PS1? Like, he said this. He said the PS1 and PS2 games, they looked ancient. Like, why would anyone play this? That's what he said. And then his response was, the point I was trying to make, obviously not very well, was how great the PS4 version looked and how far the series has evolved. I certainly wasn't trying to disrespect our heritage. Excuse me? You asked a question like, why wouldn't anyone want to play this? Like, that's not the question you ask when you're not trying to disrespect the heritage. Like, what? Oh my goodness. So then he goes on to say, I guess my big learning from all this is that when they reveal the next Gran Turismo side by side with its history, I will keep my mouth shut.
At least he learned.
Yeah, I mean, it's good that he did. I didn't realize that comment was specifically related to to Gran Turismo, but now that I think back on it, I do remember him like basically shitting on Gran Turismo. But like,
right.
The
dude,
old ones, yeah.
yeah, but like, come on, like that was high tech at the time. Like, at the time, that was the tech. Just like in 20 years, you're gonna look at these games that you're saying look great on the PS4, and they're gonna look like dog shit in 20 years. Like, that's just how it evolves. Like, that's just the lay of the land. So, I mean, regardless of what his comment is, it is disrespectful.
Oh yeah, it was disrespectful, and he's even said he's kind of sick of people like holding that against him, but he understands why people do it to him.
Can you
and
send
keep
me
bringing it up.
Can you send me that link, Snickle?
Yeah,
But I mean,
I'll put it in the.
when he said that, he's just stupid for saying that. Like, why would you say that
Exactly.
of your own company? Right? Like, you're supposed to make people excited for your shit, not be like, oh, this shit's old.
Yeah, like his
You know?
his comment of saying like the PS1 and PS2 games look ancient. Okay, fair enough. That's a comment you can make. It's still a little backhanded, but it's a comment, right? Like,
Right.
just like you can say that a laptop from 20 years ago looks ancient. Yeah, I mean, when you compare a laptop from 20 years ago to a modern laptop to a MacBook of today, there is a night and day difference, just like there's with video games. But then to say, why would anyone play this? Like, what? Like, that is where like the super backhand comes in. It's just like, if anything, you should have said these look ancient. We have come such a long way from like where the series originated to where it is today, and not why would anyone play this?
Right.
I mean, the good news is about the whole thing is like, I'm glad he's realized it, and it's almost like he's kind of having a little bit of fun with it too, which is good. I think my outlook on Jim Ryan has changed a lot in the past few months.
Right.
I think he started about as low as you can start. But it's slowly gone up, but like he still does say things that are just like, huh?
Yeah. But
Yeah, I mean, I feel like some people give Jim Ryan a hard time. And
well, we've shat on him a lot on this fucking channel, so
yeah, I mean, like, I feel like sometimes we give him too much of a hard time. But like, man did it to himself. You know,
I
like
agree.
you can't say shit like that and then be like, oh, why do people not like me?
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, he basically like shoots himself in the foot, and then he's like, "Well, why can't I walk anymore?" And it's like, "Well, you just shot your foot, so like I don't know what to tell you, but like your foot's gone."
The only thing I'd like to add to this: bring back our boy Sean Layden. That's all I'm asking.
Yeah, I mean,
bring back the homie.
The thing is, he and I have to give him like props here. He's in a hard position, and not him specifically, because there's other people that are obviously making decisions, but he's the face of the decision at the end of the day.
Right.
It's hard for him because there is such a divide with what people want, and you're never going to be able to please everybody. And some people want all new, and some people are diehard. This is the way it's always been. This is the way it should be, and they want ports, and they want remasters, and they want things like that. So it is a hard medium to play right now.
It's damn if you do, damn if you don't.
Exactly.
Know?
I mean, so I was reading. So I found the article where that specifically came from, Snickle. It's this Axios article, and I'm just reading into some of the stuff that he's talking about. And
yeah, you can link the actual article if you want to in the thing.
Yeah, I will. But I think he doesn't say, like, aside from the old games thing, I don't think he's really said anything that's like damning, you know? Like, he says he hates the bots and that he's trying to figure out a way to get rid of them for the PS5 stuff.
That is something that I did hear them say, but then there was I think my problem with him is, and it's the problem again with like what he made the comment about Gran Turismo, is he almost just says like whatever he wants to say, and he doesn't worry about like what the repercussions are or like what the action is going to be after. Like him saying like, I don't like all the bots and all this. It's like, okay, great. I'm glad that I'm glad that this is a thought in your head. I'm glad that you're trying to, you have a position and you're siding with the people that dislike the other position. Great. That's phenomenal. But like, what are you actually doing about it? Because then I went in the same article that I read about him saying he doesn't like bots, because I do remember reading that. It went on to end the article by saying, and Sony is going to continue to release PS5s to retailers and sell them on their site or something like that, the way that they've been doing it. And it's like, okay, you're saying that you don't like the bots, but then you have no plan of action of like what you're going to do. Like, I've been saying it since day one. I don't understand why they don't send an email out to people and actually sell these consoles to people that have like PlayStation accounts.
Right.
And at the end of the day, like, they should be able to see, like, for instance, Brian's PSN account should have some sort of trace of a PlayStation 5 on it, whether it's purchases, trophies, whatever it is. So they should be able to say, oh, wow, so he has some PS5 stuff, so we probably shouldn't send him an email because it seems like he already has one. But, oh, Snickle over here, yeah, he's bought no PS5 games. He hasn't played any PS5 games. Yeah, maybe we should send an email out to them. And I'm just saying between, like, us. But, like, I feel like that's how the path forward. It's almost like he's saying stuff, and it's like, I'm glad you're saying it, but, like, you're not doing anything about it. So, like, is it really getting anywhere?
Not yet.
But like you said, Waves, I don't think he's said anything other than the Gran Turismo comment. I don't think he's said anything damning.
I think the person we should be looking at, because like Jim Ryan's an important guy. Like, don't get me wrong, he's like oversees everything that's PlayStation. But I think the one we should be looking towards more is Herman Holst.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Which is, he hasn't said anything in particular, but
no, I think he put out one tweet congratulating Xbox on their showcase. That was one of the last things he's done.
But he's the one that's gonna be choosing like the games we're gonna be playing from now on until he gets kicked out or something. So I think that's the one we should be looking at. I don't think Jim Ryan really matters in the whole scheme.
Yeah, and that's what I was trying to get at is like, you know, at the end of the day, you know, Jim Ryan isn't solely making these decisions, which is why you can't solely get angry at him, but he is the CEO. So, like, he does have a big say, and that's why it's like, and you have to get angry at somebody, right?
No, yeah.
You can't get angry. You can't get well, you can get angry at PlayStation, but like getting angry at PlayStation doesn't do anything. So if you're angry at PlayStation, you're angry at Jim Ryan because Jim Ryan is the CEO. You know, so it's like it's almost like he's like the scapegoat of angry people. And when he makes comments, when he makes one tiny comment, it just is like, hey, fuck that guy.
Yeah, no, definitely. I just want to know what happened to Sean Layden.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah, we all want to know that.
That was so like random and weird when it happened.
I miss him though.
Just like disappears and it's just like no explanation of what happened.
Well, when that whole PS3 shit was going on for the things, he got like tagged in a shit ton, like how everybody missed him, and he's like, I want to thank everybody, you know, like for all of it, like,
yeah,
like for all the support. Like, dude, people loved you.
Yeah.
You were
I don't know.
Great.
I think, like, at the end of the day, like Jim Ryan is going to still have like a big say in like what happens.
Yeah.
And like just like we said, like Sean Layden's probably the reason why like Crash got remastered or like any of those games got brought back. Like to an extent, he probably did have a say in it, but I think that's a way that that Jim Ryan can or could get in people's graces is by doing things that people are actually asking for instead of just doing what you want to do.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
But I think, like you said, Snickle, I think my opinion of him has changed a little bit over the last couple months, you know, for the better.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just, I think he's taken a step in the right direction to gain the trust of people, but there's still a lot he has to do.
Yeah, you could tell when like Sean Layden was there, the passion he had for PlayStation and PlayStation's IPs and all
without
of that.
a doubt. Yeah.
And you know, you just don't get that same. Oh God, you don't get that same like warm and fuzzy feeling with Jim Ryan. It's almost like Jim Ryan's just like there because he's there.
Right.
Yeah.
So we'll see. One thing I would love to see, where the fuck did PS2 to PS4 go? Because like that shit was jumping.
They threw that shit in the trash.
Bro, they threw that shit in the trash like a year after it came out. Like that honestly made me so angry because they put some bangers out right away, and then it just disappeared. Like,
what was the last PS2 to PS4 game?
Manhunt?
I don't know. I don't know if it was. There was other ones that I think came out after Manhunt, like other. Let's see if we can look it up.
Google. PS2 to PS4 games.
I'm looking on Wikipedia. PS2 to PS4 games. So the last
looks
one
like it's Ace Combat 2. I mean Ace Combat 5. But you only got that if you pre-ordered it. So Ace Combat.
Ace Combat 5, but it came with Ace Combat 7 when you pre-ordered it. I would say the last big one, which I for me, like PS2 to PS4, they were like all digital games. Like, because one that I'm looking at that like you could kind of consider it that is like Jack X Combat Racing, but that came out physical. You have the King of Fighters games. I mean, I guess you could technically say those were 2018.
Well, all the Jack games though were physical releases, were limited edition runs.
Yeah, but they still did physical. I mean, I guess if you want to get, if you're talking digital only, you're either gonna go King of Fighters, Art of Fighting or Red Faction 2.
Yeah.
Those are like the last few.
You know, Destroy All Humans 1 and 2. Oh my god, those were so fun.
Yeah, like they put...
Bully was fucking awesome.
I'm going back. Like, these are let's just put this into perspective. These are the games that they started PS2 to PS4 with. Star Wars Bounty Hunter, Star Wars Jedi Starfighter, Star Wars Racer Revenge. I'm not a fan, but I know some people are. Dark Cloud. Then they had Grand Theft Auto 3, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, Grand Theft Auto Vice City. Then they got into The Mark of Kree, Rogue Galaxy, Twisted Metal Black. They started so strong, strong. Then like Bully came out, Manhunt, Max Payne, Primal, Siren, like Metal Slug, all of these like games that people love. Destroy All Humans, Red Faction, like all of these, you know, cult classic games, and then they just stopped, and I was like, what? Because the thing that made me angry was like I don't know about you guys, but like the reason I like Rockstar Games so much is because Rockstar Games was kind of in a way like my childhood with like certain games that I played. Like I played the shit out of like GTA 3, San Andreas, not really Vice City too much. I played the shit out of I did play the shit out of Vice City Stories, I think is what it was called, on the PSP.
Yeah.
Right.
And Liberty City Stories.
Yeah, Liberty City. Like those two games were supposed to be PS2 to PS4. Another game that I played the absolute shit out of was Midnight Club 3 Dub Edition, which was supposed to be PS2 to PS4, but it's just been lost in the wind somewhere. Like these were all games that like were supposed to come, and I was like, oh, this is gonna be amazing, dude. Like these games are literally my childhood. Like I cannot wait. And then they're just chilling.
Yeah, it sucks.
It does.
So bring them back.
Bring them all back.
Put
the entire PS2 and PS3 library for download. You bastards.
Dude, if they did the whole
Add
PS2 library,
well.
that'd be kind of dope.
You know what I was thinking about recently?
What's that?
I think the PS4 might be one of the first few consoles where probably only like 5 people will be able to like own the entire collection, like not counting digital games.
Why is that?
Because of like those stupid games like that Poop Slinger, where they only made like 5 copies.
Yeah. The weird thing about collecting is it's going to be kind of weird because typically, like, I feel like when you were collecting like PS2 games, like there were like limited edition games, but like not to the extent of like what's happened recently, because there's been that website you guys probably know about, Limited Run Games, which is the site that makes physical games that they are the ones making the physical games when they're digital only. And like adding that whole aspect in is like it's a whole new ball game for collecting. And something that also started on the PS3, I believe, I don't know if it's a thing anymore, but it was the PS3 and a little bit on the PS4, was exclusive physical releases for games by like company.
Oh, by companies.
Yeah. So like Best Buy would release a certain game, or just Amazon would release a certain game, physically at least. And those were the only places you could buy them, and now like you can't buy them anymore because it was almost like it was a limited run, like it was limited run games, but by those companies. Like the game I'm thinking of off the top of my head is like Gravity Rush Remastered.
The one that was on top of my head is Borderlands Game of the Year Edition. They came out on the PS4. You can only buy it at Best Buy or GameStop. I'm sorry.
Yeah, physical. Yep, that is true.
Yep.
I'm glad you brought that up. But like that adds, like, to me, that adds like a whole nother layer of like game collecting. and obviously the whole digital space is like a whole different like thing with game collecting now too, because some games are only digital, so it's
Right.
it's going to be hard. And like the other thing that sucks about digital games and the PS4, I'm assuming it's all of them, the PS3 and PS4 and PS5, but like if you have games on a hard drive, you can't just like take that hard drive out and plug it into another PS4 and they're on there. Like they're all locked to that console.
Right.
So it's not even like if you have all of these, like if someone had PT downloaded, which is another game if you're collecting games, like does that count? But like if you had it on a hard drive and your PS4 got fried but your hard drive was still good, there's like no way of being able to play that anymore.
Yeah.
Or even downloading it. So there's like, I don't know, I feel like recently, since like digital games and everything, it's been, I guess since the PS3 era, it's just added a whole nother layer of shit onto collecting games.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot about that Poop Slinger game. Let's see if
It
there's
was like $1,000.
God. Oh wait, no, this isn't even it. But this is another PS4 game that's going for $650.
Which one?
Tamashi Limited Run Games. $750, $900, $1,500. Holy fuck! Someone's selling Poop Slinger for $6,200.
Bruh.
There you go, Snickle. You can do it.
Factory sealed. Bro, if I bought that, that shit would be in like a lockbox for the rest of its life.
I'll pay you $5 to open it.
Dude, it just like the thing that's scary about those games and like just like shit like that in general is like paying that price now. It's almost like this is like getting into like if you're gonna get into the stock market, right? But like it's such a risk to buy it like now because like in 10 years or 20 years,
right?
Is it gonna go up? Is it gonna go down? Like, am I paying a good price? Am I not paying a like? That's so risky.
Well,
it's crazy now, even with like some of the games that we own now. Like when Brian was telling us about how he was having a hard time finding Lollipop Chainsaw Massacre.
Right.
When you and I, Snickle, got it for like what, $10-15?
Yeah, I mean, so if you go on eBay right now, Lollipop Chainsaw is going. There's prices for it going. I don't know why. It's from Japan. That's another thing that matters. Yeah. What region you're getting it from. There's buy nows right now for someone's got a buy now for 85. There's bids going in the high 50s. So like you're talking 60, but you're talking a new price game for a game that's, how old? But like a majority of my PS3 games that I own, I didn't pay more than $20 because that was my mindset when I collected PS3 games. I would go into GameStop, and if it was more than $20, I didn't touch it. So I have games that are like triple the price now. Lollipop Chainsaw, Saw 1, Saw 2. The only games that I didn't do that with because it was impossible was like Africa. That was a game that was like you had to pay. I think I paid $40 for it at GameStop. How much is that game going for now? And I have 2 copies of that game.
One guy on eBay is selling it for $350.
$350. Well, that's not like open. Someone's selling it for $250 for a complete version. I have a complete version that like literally looks perfect, and then I also have like a shitty version. But $250? 230, like that's crazy. $300.
Yeah.
Well, like what was I? Oh, when I was searching for Lollipop Chainsaw, I was on my Twitter, and there was one girl on there that I follow, and she ordered. She's over in England and all that, I believe. She ordered a copy, and it was like the special edition. When she got it, it was sealed, and she's like, "I'm not opening this." So she bought like a regular one and bought a second edition of Lollipop Chainsaw because she didn't want to open up the special edition that's sealed. I don't blame her.
No, I wouldn't blame her either. It's just crazy because if you go through the PS3 library, just the amount of games that are going for stupid prices is like ridiculous. Like I'm looking right now, like Jurassic the Hunted for like $25, which I've always said like that's a great meme game. Splatterhouse going for $60.
That's
Wait,
not a lot
Splatterhouse is
to
going
grab.
for $60.
Yes,
Yeah.
Shadows of the Damned going for, well, it's factory sealed, but $120. Azora's Wrath going for $60.
But you know what I've noticed?
Hmm.
I've noticed PS4 games go up in price faster, like if they're like lesser known games compared
Right.
to like PS3 games. Because like PS3 games, it took them a while, right?
Yeah,
The PS4 games, it's like kind of immediately. Like,
well, it,
Well,
I,
look
like
at
2-3 years ago, Godzilla was like what, $20?
yeah.
Now
dude,
it's like $400.
Dude, Godzilla,
Well, look at,
Godzilla for the PS4, I wanted to buy that. That game was available on Amazon. I wanted to buy it, but it never went below like $30 or something.
Mhm.
And I was always like, I want to get, because what I would always do on Amazon is I would always, like, every now and then I'll just go on and search something. And if something's like a good ass price, I'll just buy it. That's why I have so many like games that are sealed that I've never touched before. But like, that was a game that I always had my eye on, always had my eye on, always had my eye on. But I never pulled the trigger because it never got below that price. And now I look at it and I'm like, fucking,
I
there's
still
a
bought it.
bidding war going on right now for Godzilla on the PS4 for $160. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what it is with like some PS4 games. I don't know if it's because I don't know. It's weird. It's almost like all games right now, if it's like a weird release, are kind of going up. And like recently, that's why I've been trying to pay attention to like newer games that come out, buying them physical, like for that reason. Like
Chivalry
yeah,
2.
yeah, exactly. Brian and I talk about, but like Chivalry 2, like that's a game where like the first one you can't even get anymore. It's delisted. It was only physical or only digital. You can't even get it. But I don't know. I feel like I always go for like weird games like that just because like maybe there will be a diamond in the rough. But I don't
Well,
ever intend
look
on
at-
selling my games. But yeah.
Well, look, we picked up Cyberpunk for the PS4 because they got delisted from the fucking PlayStation Store.
Yeah, that was another game that like I wasn't spending full price on, but when they delisted it from the PlayStation Store, I was like, I'm keeping an eye on to see like when the price drops because all of this shit going on, like, you're literally gonna have like a repeat of like that ET game where like people are gonna find like 50,000 of them buried in someone's backyard or something crazy like that.
Well, I hate to break it to y'all, but it's going back on the store pretty soon.
Well, yeah, I would assume it would be, but like
Well,
I don't
yeah.
No,
well,
like I think next week is when it's going back.
all I'm saying
Like
is like
people already found it on the store and stuff. So
it's like obviously like hindsight's 2020 with like PS3 games. Like I think I've said this like time and time again, but like my favorite pastime to do in like high school and when I was into college was like going to GameStop and just literally looking through their used games and finding like the most obscure games.
oh,
Like
fuck.
physical for the PS3. Like that was my favorite thing to do. And obviously you can't do it for the PS3 anymore, but like I haven't done it in a while, but like I would go out and do that for the PS4. Like if you guys want to get into like game collecting or anything.
You know, I just noticed. I gotta do Cyberpunk next for my next platinum
Why?
because I told you guys I'm gonna make platinum number 27, Cyberpunk 2077.
Well,
oh yeah,
you better get to that then.
Hell yeah,
have fun with that.
I'm trying to
Cyberpunk it is.
think about oh, let me look up this.
I forgot all about that.
Yeah, didn't you make Hitman like number 10 or something like that?
Huh?
Didn't you make Hitman like your 10th platinum or something like that?
No, it was I forgot how we talked about like certain numbers for me too. I remember that. No, the Hitman was going to be 47.
Yeah, 47.
Yeah, because of Agent 47.
Yeah, it's just game prices now are crazy. I'm just looking at some.
God damn it.
If you want to get into like PS3 games or just buying games in general, I've told this to like Brian and Waves time and time again. The best thing to do is you go on Amazon, or not Amazon. You go on eBay. Amazon. You can look on Amazon too, but like probably not. You go on eBay and you find like game lots, like people selling like their whole fucking collection of games. And typically they'll have it broken up where like you don't have to buy the whole thing. You can just buy individual ones in their lot, and then you just look through it and see if you find anything that's like, you know, kind of like that hidden gem that's in their collection, and then you buy that one. But I've always said that, like, you know, look for game lots, look through game lots. If someone's trying to sell the whole thing, back the fuck out. But like, look through game lots. I guess another thing you could do is buy. Didn't Mystic do that? This waves where he bought like random PS3 games, like lots of random PS3 games.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's done that. It's actually an ongoing series for him now, but yeah, he does that. What I did, I just once a week I'll go on eBay. Like I get paid on Wednesdays, so I'll go on like eBay on Wednesdays and type in the games I'm looking for and all that, and see if any new sales popped up or anybody like trying to sell them. And that's how I came across Lollipop Chainsaw and Katamari Forever.
I'm poor, so
yeah, I feel it. I mean, my thing that I would do, I don't, like I said, I don't really buy PS3 games too much anymore because I kind of own everything that I want. But I'm
just missing a few from what I want, so.
Yeah, I mean, what I would do is I don't really use eBay too much anymore unless I know specifically what I want and I need it like right this second, kind of. But there's another thing I would suggest other than the game lots is like if you go to obviously you can't go to GameStops anymore because they don't sell them. But if you go to like, you find like a local like mom and pop shop that sells like DVDs or something. Typically they sell like games. Like for me personally, the one that's around me is called it's not a mom and pop. It's like a mom and pop shop, but it's like a bigger store, but it's not like huge. It's called Second and Charles, and they typically have a huge selection of like retro games. But not only retro games, they have a huge selection of like any type of game. So like, and it's right next to my work. So I used to actually go in during like my lunch breaks at work and just pop in there and see if I could find anything that was just, you know, like obscure.
Yeah, I have like a bunch like that, but they're like made by people who know their stuff or whatever.
Yeah.
So all the games that you would want, they're like stupid expensive in those places.
Yeah, that's the only thing with the mom and pop shops is you have to look to see if they're actually going to like give you a good deal. Because I'm not saying you should be ripping them off, but you need to make sure that they're not ripping you off. Because this store Second and Charles that I go to is the same way, where like they somewhat know the values of their games, and obviously they should. If they're selling retro games, they probably keep things up to date and they know like what's jumping and what's not. So it is good to like keep an eye out, and like if you see something that looks obscure, like look it up on eBay and see, like just do a quick search. Like takes like 5 seconds. Do a quick search. If mom and pop is selling it for 20 and you think it's too much and you go on eBay and that shit's going for like 40, yeah, maybe mom and pop is the way to go. But
that's what I do.
Yeah, the Second and Charles store that I go to, they're also kind of weird because they'll have a label on the game, but then it's not like actually the label you pay at the front. It's almost like they put a label on there and like it stays on there until it's sold. Like they don't update it. So like if the price ends up dropping, like you wouldn't know until you get up front. So
see, I still do that at GameStop with PS4 games. You know, I'll try to like, hey, wonder what Amazon sold this for, or eBay. I'm like, oh, well, I get this like $15 cheaper. I'm going to eBay.
Yeah.
So.
And I'm sure there's people that do this as like a side hustle.
Oh hell yeah!
These people on eBay that are selling them and making the prices, they're probably doing this shit as a side hustle, going to GameStops all around the area and searching for certain games to see like what they can get them for and sell them for. Because you know, if you buy a game from eBay or you buy a game from GameStop for 20 and you could sell it on eBay for 30, you know, you just made 50% profit.
Yeah.
Right. But that's if you actually sell it too.
Yeah, just for moving it too. It's not even like you have to do anything. Like you're literally moving it. So.
Right.
Yeah, game collecting has definitely gotten weird over the past like 10 years.
It can be fun though.
Yeah.
Just the thrill of the hunt.
Yeah, that's what it came down to for me. It wasn't really finding the obscure games. It was just the fun of going out to GameStop and just looking through and like just finding like weird games that you've never heard of. Not necessarily rare games, but just weird games.
Well, I got lucky because before GameStop started selling like the PS3 games, that's how I found like Captain America, Winter Soldier, Thor. What else did I find there?
I always found like a shit ton of PS3 games
Oh.
around me.
Star Wars, The Force Unleashed, the Sith edition. So they got the metal case,
The Ultimate Set
the
Edition,
steelbook with
nice.
it. Yeah. Godfather 2.
Yeah, Waves always had like
I don't know how to.
no.
Waves
No. This is why, because Waves live by the GameStop headquarters, so they literally surrounded themselves with like GameStops.
Yeah.
Waves could
Oh.
literally get any game he wanted to. Like it was the craziest thing.
I
Waves
just
was our
never
go-to
had
guy.
money.
Yeah,
I just never had money.
you'd have to like PayPal Waves the money and then
Money, and he'll send it to you.
wait 3 to 5 business days for it to transfer to the bank account, and then
Oh shit! I didn't realize I got the Green Lantern game too.
yeah, I think the only superhero game that I'm personally missing from the PS3 is Captain America.
I found the Green Lantern game today
Like
Did
at
you?
a store or like in your house?
at a store. Yeah,
How much was it going?
I was
for?
gonna buy it, but I was poor, so I'm poor. So it was like $15.
Oh, that's not bad.
But oh, did you like that picture I sent you, Snickles?
Wait, which one?
The Mad Dog McCree one.
Yeah, where the hell did you like? Was that the game store that you found the? Was it the same
Yeah.
one?
Yeah, it's the same one.
Yeah, Wave
This
sends
is-
me a screenshot or a picture of Mad Dog McCree on the what is that? The
Sega CD.
Yeah, Sega CD.
Yeah. I kind of forgot Sega CD was a thing. Sometimes.
Well, probably for the better.
My girlfriend like was telling me about it, like telling me about the store, because I think her dad like toy hunts.
No, okay.
So she was telling me that they have games there, so I like stopped by and like gave it a look and everything. And like they don't have like that many crazy things. Like one of the only crazy PS3 game that they have
Mhm.
is Resident Evil 5 Gold Edition.
And that's not even
And there's-
crazy.
Yeah. But for some reason they found it crazy enough to put it in the cabinet. So yeah, so
Okay.
so yeah. I don't think no, I only found like meme games there, really. Like I found the Green Lantern game and Duck Dynasty.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
So
those are some good ones.
yeah. I think the craziest thing they had there is they had Japanese versions of games there.
That's kind
They
of
had
cool.
like one little cubicle with Japanese PS1, Dreamcast, PS3, PS2, and PSP games.
That's
That
actually
was, that was like the only thing where I was like, oh wow.
yeah. I was gonna say that is kind of cool. Like typically, it's hard to. I mean, it's not hard, but like getting the Japanese ones can be kind of difficult sometimes or annoying.
Yeah. Well, boys, it's 2 in the morning,
Yeah.
Yep.
and I have a job interview tomorrow, so
Oh, good luck.
Hey, what time?
it's at 4.
Oh, you got time. Wait, in the morning?
But I gotta drive an hour though.
Wait, 4 in the morning, so you gotta leave right now.
4 in the PM.
Oh, in the
Oh.
PM, not the AM. Okay. I feel it.
But we had a good constructive 2 hours and 38 minutes. So I think it's time to wrap it up.
All right.
I don't know how to
So-
do that though.
So we're gonna have little Snickles running around one day. Okay.
Oh god.
Is that a problem or?
They're all-
Depends on the person. Depends on
They're
who
all
you
gonna
ask.
have their own copies of Africa.
Yeah, I mean they can have like
No, that's in their inheritance.
yeah they can have like one. I
The
don't
other
know.
one gets buried with them.
Yeah, they gonna have to get like split up or something. To be fair, I would be intrigued by that just to see like how much. If I totaled my whole like game collection up, how much it would cost.
I would be curious too, especially with your collection.
I am curious now. Yeah.
Especially with your collection, your collection is crazy.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. I'm gonna have to play some of those good games soon.
Well, you got a lot of PS3 games, and it's time to go through the PS3.
Didn't you do the math where, like, what was it? It would be like a shit ton of years for you to play every single PS3 game that you own.
Oh yeah, I had like a list of all my games, and I was like, if it was basically every game I owned, because I don't know if you guys know this, but well, you guys probably know this, but everyone listening, I used to have an Excel file of every single one of my games that I owned, and it was broken up by the title of the game, if I got the platinum in it, if it had DLC, if I bought the DLC, like it was basically like online, if it had online, and basically like I would use it as like a way of tracking if I like completing games and stuff like that, because I would like fill it out, like when I got the platinum, I would say like I got the platinum. It was really stupid. It was a waste of time. But anyway, I took the whole list and I took all the games and then I subtracted out the ones that I had completed, and then I averaged that like each game would take me, 30 hours to get the platinum or something, like a pretty average number for a platinum. And it ended up being like, it would take me like 8 years or something of like literally nonstop gaming for me to like finish all my games. It was like something crazy like that.
Is that just your PS3 games, or is that with your PS4 games?
I think that was with everything. I think I did it with everything, but it was just like, it was kind of crazy, because I was just like thinking in my head, like, God damn, if I don't buy a single game moving forward and I play what I have for the next 8 years without any sleep, no work, no nothing, not even the piss break, I can get all of my backlog done.
Imagine if you had bought those games like when they came out during the PS3 life cycle, you would have probably had all of them done.
Well, a majority of them I did own when I had my PS3. I didn't really... I did start collecting when I owned my PS3. I think part of it was I definitely got into it later, because when I used to buy a game back in the day, thus why on the bottom of my trophy list, you'll see a lot of games that I've played for like 2 seconds and moved on. Because back in the day, I would buy a game, play it, and then move on from it. Whereas like today, I don't really do that. I'm pretty conscious with like the decisions I make for the games I play. And I tell myself that I will finish it before I put it away. But yeah, I didn't really have too many games back in the day. I would just play what I would have, and I would try to get everything done. And then at one point I just kept buying. It was probably like 2012-ish. I would just go out and like buy, 5 games a week or something, whatever I could find. And again, I was spending no more than $20. That was always my mindset when I first started collecting games. Was like, I'm going to go out, look for shit that is interesting, that's under $20. And I remember I opened like a GameStop credit card just like for that reason. Because I was only shopping, I was exclusively shopping at GameStop.
Now there's no point to going to GameStop.
Nah, it's unless you want some Funko Pops. So,
well, I do.
I mean, GameStop it is.
Well,
boys, that was a good first ever episode 28.
It was a good first and last episode 28. I had a lot of fun.
Until episode 128.
Yeah.
We will catch y'all next week for episode 29. The first and last episode 29.
Until episode 129.
And yeah. Keep trophy hunting.
And remember to tuck the homies in at night.
Aw.
There's this loud ass bird outside my room right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna go take a fat piss.
I'm gonna take a shit.